All right. Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the show. This is, of course, the Drawn and Quartered Fan Edition. I am Chester C. Busby III, your host. We are really happy to have you here today. We got a very interesting, great-looking comic book, and we have got quite the panel of artists here to knock it out. We appreciate all you guys being in here. I see a few names I recognize already, but definitely, guys, do us a favor and hit that share button and let all your families and friends and the extended community know what's going on so they come over here and join us. Yeah. We appreciate all the other stuff and all our links as well. Check them out. But mainly, we are live streamers, so we want to have people in here with us live. But we got a really interesting topic today. But of course, before we get into that, I do have to introduce and say hello to, unfortunately, my co-host, the oily bird from New Zealand. Hello, Booster.
It's me. I made it. I made it today. Could you believe it?
No, I'm always shocked when you show up. Not drunk,
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I've been playing a disgusting amount of the new Fire Emblem, and it's my life now.
I see. And
It's all I do.
I have a question, a serious question for you, Booster. You
Mm-hmm.
rail on the weebs all the time. You're very anti-weeb, but yet you
Yeah.
are a weeb. I don't get it. Is
No.
this self-flagellation? I mean, what's going on?
Yes.
Okay, all right, fine. Eric, I made you a participant. If you can come in, we have a seat we need to get filled. If you'd like to come in and we'd love to have you in here, dude. Of course, guys, we're going to be doing a indie creator, which is our format. We're doing a couple of different things, and we are going to be coming with that serial special edition. We're going to do it. And it's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see what people do. It's going to be great. Imagine what they're going to do with Tony. It's going to be debauched. I'm sure. That's the word. Serial and debauched. That goes together, man. It goes together. But that's coming. But of course, today what we're going to be doing is talking about Deathsworn. And I'm going to be talking to the creator here momentarily. But first things first, we definitely come over here and say hello to our artist. Let's start with Brad. How you doing, Brad?
What's up? Doing great, man. Doing great, dude.
All right, now you've had
can't complain at all.
Well, that's good. Now you've had a moment to take a look at the characters that he's got here. He's got a trio actually. And what do you think? What's your idea for today?
I'm not want Zach to take it,
No,
or Eric Hawkins or whatever.
That's true.
So yeah, man. Just know the hammer's coming, boys. Hammer's coming.
The hammer is coming. He's throwing down the hammer. He's Babe Ruth at the home plate, pointing the bat toward the left field. He's bringing it.
Well, I mean, all week Weldon has been coaching me to just get that little extra, oomph into my stuff. So,
That's good.
Yeah.
Oomph is the word you should use often, I think. Eric, actually, the other artist who's supposed to be on did show up, so I apologize for getting you excited there. Benedict, you're in here. How you doing, Benedict? You're late, by the way, just so you know.
Yeah, no, I was listening to some JFDR. I was listening to some JFDR, and I kind of lost track of time.
I have no idea what a JGPQR is. What is that?
JFDR. She's a Icelandic singer.
An Icelandic singer,
like Bjork.
Yeah, it's like an Icelandic. I don't know what to call what type of music that she does. It's kind of like folk singing, sort of.
Is it like Bjork, kind of thing?
Okay, now whoever keeps mentioning Bjork, you can get right the hell out of here. Just so you know.
Bjork.
Yeah.
Bjork.
All right.
Bjork. You.
Next
Chester.
thing I know, you're going to be talking about Sinead O'Connor or some other kind of craziness. Anyway, Benedict, to make sure you turn on your camera, let me see everything's working over there. But glad to have you here. Do you know the material we're working on today, Deathsworn?
Yeah, we're doing Deathsworn. It's pretty much Conan the Barbarian in space.
Yeah, sure. Okay, take it that way. I think they're vampires.
Wow. That's what I had heard.
Wow.
That's what I had heard.
Yeah. No, we're going to
judge.
We're going to show it. It looks really great, actually. Great.
That's how it was advertised.
All right. Nice to have you here, though, Benedict. Let's move down the row here, though, and let's come over here to Dina. Hello, Dina.
What's up?
What's up? She's waving and saying hi. Very happy to have you here. Now, you checked out the characters. What are you thinking?
Awesome. I'm gonna work on drawing masculine man. So yeah, hopefully I'm not drawing an elf.
Oh, you're not going to go for the chick and cheat?
Right.
Well, she
You
does
never
check
know.
so well.
You never know.
I mean, she has,
I
skeletal
know.
fingers holding up her rack. I mean,
Oh, you mean the dragon boner armor from
The
the?
dragon boner armor. I love
That's what
it.
it's called.
I love it.
Oh, it's
Mhm.
a Skyrim mod. It's a very naughty armor
I'm
called
sure it
dragon
is
boner
naughty.
armor.
It's a dragon boner armor. It's certainly
I'm gonna have
Tell
to
us
naughty.
Google
more.
this.
Tell us
No
more
wonder
about this
my son's
dragon
been playing
boner
Skyrim
armor.
again.
Yeah. Don't you just love it when a girl comes on talking about boners? It's awesome. It's
Oh,
the
you mean
world I want to be in.
Ghost.
Dragon bone armor.
Oh
Look it
no,
up.
no! I'm gonna go back to what she said earlier. I think it's better. But anyway, guys, do keep in mind
Oh,
we are going to show you the
no.
project we're working on here today and let you look at it in momentarily. We are doing, of course, our draw along, which we love. And definitely keep that in mind as we're going along here. When you're doing the draw along, of course, you want to take that and put it on Twitter at hashtag DNQFE. Once again, that is hashtag DNQFE. And we'll check those at the end of the show. Do keep in mind that our normal format is still in place. We have the artists are going to have 2 hours here, and the only rule is that they cannot use color. And of course,
There
at the
are
end,
no rules.
there are most certainly rules.
Oh, wow.
But do keep in mind that there's actually a prize involved here, which is different from the Pro Edition, in the fact that the winner actually gets to go on the Pro Edition. Now, of course, we had our winner from last week. Scott Schmier went on, and he was on the Pro Edition yesterday. And Brad, how did he do?
he got more votes than me.
Oh, there you go.
Hooray.
There you go.
Yep.
Who was the winner yesterday, by the way?
I think Malin was.
Malin.
Oh, no.
He cheated.
No, we
again,
can't have
right?
that. We can't have that
I
at
know
all.
I lost because I hated my drawing, and I submitted the 11-minute drawing I did at the end.
Oh, wow, really?
So, yeah, because I couldn't stand it. No, I know Hawkins was saying, "Yeah, put it up." I'm like, no, couldn't do it. I just, it was just, oh god, I wasn't even warmed up before I started. So.
Okay, excuses.
I know I can
Excuses. I get it.
Oh yeah, I'm bringing it today.
Yeah, he's bringing it today, though. And I do love
I
Star
am.
Storyteller's comment here. At least it's not a mod to fornicate the dragon. At least, right? Jalapeno Milk is in here. Do keep in mind, guys, this is a PG-13 plus show. So if you're easily offended, this
can
is
get
probably
naughty.
not the place for you.
Get fucking out.
Yeah, but
It's not your grandma's art show.
it's not your grandmother's art show. But do keep in mind if you have family and friends that are interested in this kind of thing and seeing some great art, because I mean, geez, look at the lineup we got today, guys. This is going to be killer. But just keep in mind to hit that share button and let everybody know. Of course, it's not saying we don't appreciate the subs and the likes as well. Someone tells me that the like buttons are important, and of course, we're growing. We're getting almost 800 now, so we're doing pretty good with that. Everyone's excited, but nevertheless, moving down the row here, let's come over to our next contestant, and it is Paulus. Hey, Paulus, it's been a while, dude.
It has been a while.
So, what are you thinking about the content today? What do you got in mind?
I plan on drawing. I don't know about everybody else.
Okay, is there going to be boner armor involved?
Yeah.
Honestly, this comic, these characters, is actually why I came out of hiding. I wanted to do these characters because I think it's really cool.
Oh well, dude, the art is outstanding. It is outstanding well, without question, and it's a cool thing too. I'm going to get to the creator here momentarily, but this guy did the whole kit and caboodle, right? Writer and art as well. But it is wonderfully beautiful. We were having a discussion what it looked like, and for me, it's very reminiscent of the old heavy metal. But the 2000
Yes.
AD came into the conversation as well. Yeah, well, glad to have you back, dude, and looking forward to seeing what you're doing. And of course,
Awesome.
moving down the row here, we have an actual serious contender. You guys might be in trouble. The Howl Comics.
Hey now.
Are you ready? Are you ready to bring some seriousness to the show today?
I might show the softer side. Maybe fight the urge to put a swan suit on her.
Oh, dude, don't fight urges. TNA sells, dude. TNA is good. Yeah. we actually had a nice conversation on the comic news today this morning. We're talking about what is your favorite tatas? Are they do you like the big old fat floppy ones, or do you like the nice kind of
Oh, yeah.
tight cup side ones?
Selma Hayek.
So, oh God,
I like them
Salma.
all, but
Mm.
man,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Salma Hayek's.
Damn, that lady. That
Spicy.
might well be the sexiest scene ever put to a Hollywood film, dude. Dust Till Dawn, of course, is what I'm talking about. But anyway, Hal, you're ready to go, right? You got some cool ideas, swan suits, sexy ladies.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. Moving over here, we got Trusty Sidekick, who is already Trusty. You're not supposed to be drawing yet.
Yes. Oh, I'm just warming up on something else.
I see.
Another one of my commissions for Pope Fire. She keeps me busy these days.
And she likes her commissions. Now, did you do that last commission for her? Because I thought that was a really good one. Was that you?
Which one are you talking about?
The one that she's using as her icon right now.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, that's a good one, dude. I think that's one of the best. She's constantly changing her icon, but I actually think that's one of the best ones I've seen. So good on you. But of course, Trusty's
Well,
a
thank you very
solid artist as well. And what do you think about these characters today, dude?
Man, this looks really exciting. Money's tight these days. I can't really support a whole lot, but this is one I really wish I could, because I really love the look of this, especially like the guy with the saber in the back of the picture of the three main characters. I guess I love the looks of that guy.
Oh yeah. There are some good-looking characters for sure. The art is outstanding, and I'm kind of curious to see what our guest has to say about the art he's about to see come out. And of course, we also have Jay Ashiro over here in the chat, and he says, "Yo, mama." Well, yo, mama. You gotta start a fight with me, Jay. Is that what we are doing today?
Kick him from existence.
All right. Nice to have you here, Trusty. It's been a while, dude. And of course, moving down, last but certainly not least, we have Zach. New face around here, but he's been doing really, really well. How you feeling today, Zach? Going digital, I see.
Yep. Still trying to get that set up for the traditional, but once I do, I will.
Awesome. Now, what do you think about these characters? Which direction you think you got to go?
I'm gonna try to do a, if not like the beginning of the piece I want to enter for his fan art contest, more finished than colored in, but like kind of more of a trying to think of it as if you were to see it on a cover, kind of like a cover piece.
Oh,
so
there you go.
I might do a pyramid of heads or scheme or a pin-up scheme. I don't know. It's
Well,
gonna see what works.
one of the best pieces I think we've ever seen on the show was actually a pinup cover style from Jim O'Reilly with that Peter Mayhew tribute, right? Todd has something to say over here in the chat. He says, Chester, don't use good on ya. That used too much by someone else. Who says good on ya? I can say anything I want, Todd. Go straight to hell. That's what I have to say about it.
You copyrighted good on you.
I don't know, dude.
Out of
Heck, it's good. Jiminy Cricket's in here. He another great artist. But anyway, thank you for being here, Zachary. And this is what we're going to do, guys. Of course, we're going to get ourselves started with this really fun show today. I think you guys got to really be impressed by it. And we're going to show you what they're doing here momentarily. But in order to do that, we need to come over to our guest. Hello, Karl.
Hey, man. What's up? Thanks for having me.
Oh, no, happy to have you, dude. Now, we're going to be
and
talking
it is
to you.
just Conan in space.
It is just Conan in
Too.
space, yeah.
Yeah,
Benedict
that's a
is right.
compliment.
But then again, Benedict is always right. Always trust the Benedict Arnold. Oh, sorry. Benedict Yates. I do apologize. But was that too old-fashioned a joke there, Booster? No one laughed.
No one did. It was just.
Damn it. But anyway, Karl, we're happy to have you here now.
Comes after I'm successful.
True. But Karl, we're going to talk about getting into your project here momentarily, and we're going to look at everything and get into it deeply. But the first thing we have to do is get this contest started. So what I need you to do, Karl, is I need you to do a countdown. But it needs to be exciting. It needs to be something that's impressive and motivating to get these guys going and excite the crowd. We got a whole bunch of people in the chat. We want this to be epic, dude. Can you do epic?
Okay, well, it's like 3:15 a.m. over here, so can I whisper?
Yep.
Here we go again, Booster.
Make
All
sure
right.
it's menacing.
Yeah, menacing. Yeah. Okay, go
If you're
ahead.
gonna whisper.
Kick them off, dude.
What about like a sensual whisper?
Well,
I'm luring you
I
in
would
the
rather
draw.
have Dina do that, but go ahead.
make me feel naughty.
Oh boy.
Right, what are we doing? We doing 10 or we doing 5?
I would do
You guys
5.
doing
I think
10?
5.
Whatever
is
you like.
5, yeah.
Do 100.
Can I do it really oddly? Okay, no. We'll do 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go.
See, this is what I get. This is what I have to. This is my life. This is my life over here. This is what I got to deal with. That sounded like my 3-year-old trying to ask for something she knows she shouldn't get. All right, that's what it sounded like. Good on you, Carl. But anyway, so definitely get it going, guys. We got 2 hours, of course, no color, but we'll be looking forward to see what they got going on. Joe Maroney says, a drawn and quartered ASMR edition. Oh no. But anyway, guys, do keep in mind also, please draw along and put that on Twitter on the hashtag DNQFE. So in order to do that, let me show you what we're doing today. Now, of course, you can see in Carl's icon what we're doing, but I'm going to come over here, Carl, and I'm not going to share it because the artists are busy doing their stuff. But I'm going to come and show the Indiegogo page to the viewers, and I'm just going to have a conversation with you about it. All right. So here we go, guys. This is the project. It's on Indiegogo. It has 21 days left. It is Deathsworn, Book 1. Solar vampires are taking over the galaxy. One man stands against them. Deathswarm. 80-plus pages comic. So, what is Deathswarm, and who are you?
Okay. Well, Deathsworn, it's like an 80s inspired book. It's sort of like Masters of the Universe meets John Carpenter. So yeah, basically the Dark Stars are an empire sun-stealing solar vampires. They have these giant big sun stations that wrap themselves around suns, and they sap the energy from suns. They use it for their own survival and the power of their takeover, and they've destroyed hundreds of thousands of planetary systems.
Mhm.
And in their wake, they've left, just completely broken people. And some rage a personal war against them. And that's our main man. That's Deathsworn.
Well, there you go. All right. And don't worry, guys. He's not epileptic or anything. He's just Irish. It's all right.
Why would epileptic affect my speech?
I don't know, dude. It just sounded funny. But now this dude right here is Deathsworn. He's the one with the helmet, right? The horned helmet. It seems, but I know, because I don't know. You'll have to tell us. But it seems by looking it down the page, which I'm going to do in a moment, guys, that there's actually a trio of characters. Actually, now I'm assuming he is Deathsworn, or are they Deathsworn? Which is the fact?
Well, he's Deathsworn.
Okay.
And Deathsworn sort of definitely works as, it's sort of like, it's a team for all the characters. All these characters have someone or something or a person or peoples that they have an axe to grind with, and it's sort of a setup for this whole universe and the state that it's in. And so yeah, it's an all-encompassing thing, but it's his sort of outlaw name
Moniker.
that he's gone.
I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now you're doing the art and the writing in this. Did you also do the color and the lettering, or did you have some other people do that for you?
No, I do it. I do everything.
Wow. Well, that's impressive, dude, because this is really well colored. It's really well. A matter of fact, so far, just looking at it, this little piece right here, which is the second image you have, it has this roguish guy coming at us with a knife in his left hand. That is beautifully colored, dude. That is really well done. Killer. All right, so we get the general idea. Are these guys bounty hunters, or are they? They're not full on straight up heroes. They're kind of dark heroes, I would assume, right?
Well, there's some bounty hunters in it. So the guy at the cover image, the guy to the left of Deathsworn, the swashbuckler, someone was talking about him earlier, the guy with the thing, the saber.
The rapier.
He's that's Dominic Danger. So he's a ex-space pirate. Try to be a good guy, try to be a galactic hero, realized that, you can't make much money being a hero in a universe ruled by evil vampire guys, so he became a reluctant bounty hunter. And so he actually picks up on, that's how he gets into the story, gets kind of mixed up on this adventure as he goes out on a bounty on Deathsworn.
Oh, I see. And who is the wonderfully or beautifully bosomed vampire lady?
That's Tatiana Darkstar. So she's the daughter of the Emperor, the rebel princess.
I love these names, by the way.
Yeah,
They're all
Tatiana
awesome.
Darkstar. Yeah, good naming
Yeah.
convention you got going on here, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, I like giving big names, man. Like I don't like giving normal names to stuff. They're cartoon characters, you know. They're supposed to be big and larger than life, and
You are right. You are right. Now, I'm kind of going through here, just looking at the art, but as I'm doing, my eye is catching on the perks over here. Now, keep in mind, we'd love to have you on, because we're not going to sit here and spend the whole time on the page. I'm just kind of doing a quick little look through, and then we're going to come over and pay attention to what the artists are doing. But we'd love to have you on the show, the Fanspeak show here, and get into in depth into the Indiegogo and talk about it. So definitely hit me up on my Twitter down. Of course, you and I have a Twitter connection already, and you come over and let us get in and talk about this page real well. But I do see Von Klaus is giving you a shout out. Of course, we love Von Klaus over here. I stepped into Karl's neon blood coated 80s synth booming, axe thrashing space epic, and I never want to come back. Karl O'Rowe is the future of fantasy sci-fi. Well, that's a pretty good shout out, dude.
yeah, Vaughn's the best. I love Vaughn. He's in the chat.
Vaughn's
Vaughn is I actually am probably closer to Vaughn than I am to like anybody else in my life right now.
Yeah, Vaughn's a good guy, man. Great artist too.
Wins
yeah,
the
dude,
marriage.
he's great. He's the best.
Well, I have to say, dude, I mean, I'm kind of going through here, just showing out. Like I said, I'm not going to stay on the page much longer because we're here to see the artist, but it's really well done, dude. It's a really good project, and the cool thing about Booster, because Booster and I, we do Fanspeak stuff, and we cover a lot of the Indiegogo projects and Kickstarter projects, a lot, and we
So
see.
many.
Well, no, I think it's a good thing though, and we see some stuff that's okay and some stuff that's not okay. But what I've noticed is there has been a real uptick in quality recently, dude. Have you noticed that?
Nope. I haven't noticed that at all.
I have.
Well, you're paying attention.
Well, that's true. I'm not drunk half the time. That's true. That is fair point. Fair point. But all right, like I said, definitely come over to the show and we'll get into it in depth and what's going on here. But the one thing I'm going to have to do it though. I'm going to watch the trailer. So the question is, am I going to like it? You see. Am I going to hate it? Wow, he's being really quiet about it. Am I going to enjoy your trailer that you put on the Indiegogo page, or am I going to mock you?
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, I robot it out there for a minute. Yeah, no. Yeah, the trailer's cool. I actually it's funny because trailer has a history too that's pretty cool. So I got banned from a convention about last year over here, and I had some money put up for a hotel and everything. And so I was like, okay, pull that money out, cancel the hotel. And I knew there was this guy who was like, he was into the book. His girlfriend actually bought the books and sent them to him. He's in Romania, and he's a synthwave music guy. Like he makes synthwave stuff. And
European.
we were talking because he got in touch with me, and he was like, "Man, I was giving your books and I really liked them." And then I was always thinking, "Man, this guy, like, I need to get a track off this guy." So after I took that money away from the hotel, I was like, "Here, dude, go make a soundtrack for Deathsworn. Do like a theme song thing." Gave him a couple of references, some John Carpenter themes, some Terminator, like all stuff from just all over the place. I gave him, and he just knocked it out. He made this whole 6-minute long theme that like goes through all these different changes and has all these different parts that you can kind of associate the different characters. It's really good. So part of that is in the trailer.
No, that sounds.
I just
cool,
listened to trailer music. It's awesome. Where can I find this stuff? Does he have like a SoundCloud or something, or is he on YouTube?
Yeah, he's called Vosto or Vosto Vlad or Vosto Synthwave.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, I'm going to listen to it. I'm going to press the button. Here it goes, guys. You ready? We're going to watch ourselves a trailer, and it's going to have some cool professional European techno music. And, just because we're Americans and have no respect for anybody else, it doesn't mean it can't be good.
Actually, Europeans tend to have the best background. Am I supposed to be hearing this?
No, no, you're not.
Nope. Oh, okay. But yeah, I found that like wolf sheen.
All right. Well, it's a very professional looking trailer, that's for sure. There's some really good production value in the moving of the comic strips and stuff like that. With of course your great art, yeah, the synth music stuff. That's definitely something Ezra Boy over here likes. But
I love it.
yes, yes. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. It's not bad. Vosto rocks, says Rise Again Comics. Oh, there you go. So yeah, it's a pretty good trailer, dude. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here, of course, and bring the artist up and start seeing what they're doing. So I'm going to start here with Benedict. Well, I was going to start with Benedict, but he's not showing his camera. So I'm going to start on the other side with Zach. Zach, you are white boxed, and ooh, I like what you're doing, dude. Looks good. Anyway, okay, Carl. So what we're gonna do is run through and let everybody watch the artists as they produce and put things together here. This is our show after all. Do keep in mind, guys, now that you've seen the art, definitely do the draw along. We love that when you guys do that. And just go over to Twitter and drop your finished piece on the hashtag DNQFE, hashtag DNQFE. Don't put it at or Booster will be very put out with you.
I will have such a tantrum.
He will.
I'm going
He
to
does
cry and blubber all over the show. It's just going to derail the whole thing. So
It
it's
will.
best to just hashtag it.
He's
It's pretty
rather
much business as
emotional.
usual.
Yeah.
Now, Carl, tell us a little bit about. We heard about your characters, what the story is, the idea, and stuff like that. But tell us more about you, dude. How did you get into art? I mean, like you did everything, right? So how did you get into being able to do the writing, the art, the inks, the coloring, the lettering? I mean, how did you get into that?
Dude, you did everything?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, you did everything?
You
Yeah.
didn't pay
Yeah,
attention,
I let her
didn't you?
too.
What? You're a madman.
No, he's a genius. You're just jealous.
I
Go
just
ahead,
I'm a control freak. That's really it. No, I mean I've always just drawn. I've always it's just my thing. Like I've always done it. And every kind of hobby I've had has always been a creative outlet, and it's always sort of been, I guess, like escapism. Like there was always a part of that, whether it was like making costumes or prosthetics or whatever, or animation stuff. But comics were always like my thing. Like I just loved comics. I loved art. I loved drawing yeah. And I don't know. I've just always done it.
So I mean, you've been drawing since you were a kid or something.
Yeah. Well, like I'm 22 now, and I've never not done it.
Wow. So you are literally the youngest person in here, I think. I don't know. Benedict's pretty young. Booster's a young
my
boy
God,
too,
you're
but
only
you're
22.
Booster's much
Oh my
older than you
God.
are.
It makes me feel old now. I thought I was a little boy, but you're 22 and you've done all this.
It's
I
impressive.
got to get my shit together.
Dude, like this is all I got. This is the price I pay. This is all I got. Everything else has gone to shit. So it's not a good trade-off.
Well, dude, it's a
Oh, you
great
want
looking
to
project.
trade seats? You want to wake up every morning just playing Fire Emblem?
Definitely not.
Let's
No,
trade, buddy.
no.
No.
we have been chastising Booster for months and months about his absolutely failure at life. But he'll learn eventually.
Mhm.
He'll learn eventually.
No, I
Now it sounds like you were actually trying to get involved with the conventions and trying to bring your work around and show it off. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, well, I mean, I was doing work for a guy, and we were doing some corporate jobs, and he was kind of putting out some of his own books, and he was like, "Well, if you have a book you're working on, I can put it out for you." And so that's when Deathsworn started, and it was like 20-page issues, and I only got to 2, and then that kind of fell apart. And I also was unhappy with how a lot of that was being done. So I was like, I'm just gonna take it. I want like it's hard when you're a control freak about everything, and then it's like you kind of give it to someone else to be completely responsible for.
Sure.
So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna take it myself, and I'm gonna do this, and use what I've been building, and
no, I get
do this
that.
campaign.
I used to be really bad about that, but it fades with age a little bit.
Yeah, and then I was kind of going the cons, and it was weird because when I was going the cons, I was sort of impressed because I would, you'd sell a bunch, but I never got any readers. I never got it. It's like putting out a comic is like just putting out a business card that you charging like $5 for. It's like people don't contact you afterwards or follow you or reach out to you or anything. But on Twitter, if I sold a book to someone in America on Twitter, I could expect, a YouTube video review, a tweet back. Like I actually gained a reader. And so I was
Sure.
like, there's something wrong with what's going on here. Like I'm not like that's even though they're there and they're picking it up, they're not the audience. They just have a hole to burn in their pocket,
Right. Well, we've been talking about this for almost a year, coming up on our 1 year anniversary soon here in September 7th, I believe. And one thing we've been saying all along is you need to build up a community. You have to build up a community because unless you get a big name behind yourself, you have to make your name, right? So I'm assuming you're using Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That seems to be a really good medium for the artist. But any of you guys here have any suggestions how to get your name out and spread it spread it about? There's we've got a bunch of artists in here.
Dude, you just have to keep popping up on shows, man. Get on any of them that you can, man, all the time, dude.
Yeah, you need to be shameless too. If you have too
Little
much
bit.
dignity, you have too much dignity. Don't dare to shout out, and people doesn't really know about you. But yeah, try that in style, of course, not just keep backing and crying.
Do I have to translate that for you? Or did you get that, Carl?
No, I got
All
it,
right.
dude.
Okay, good. That's good. Because I got a couple of foreigners on here. I'm not really sure how it's all flown.
A few foreigners.
Yeah, foreigners. Yeah. A few of you.
This is like
disgusting
a fucking UN
foreigners.
on here,
Ugh.
But
speaking of foreigners,
yeah.
Why isn't your accent more Irish? I heard you come from Ireland. Yeah, it's not Irish enough for me. Why?
Well, one, I'm not some fucking langer. Like I'm from Dublin, and then on top of that, I'm not like I'm a freak. I spend like stay up to 4 a.m. listening to John Mayall. It's gonna have an effect on me.
Oh God! Don't do that. That's not good for you, dude.
You gotta.
I do love the use of the word langer. Boy, I haven't heard that in a long time.
He just doesn't sound like a leprechaun very much. I'm disappointed.
No, he doesn't. I was joking because my family have been in my mom's family have been in the America for almost 400 years, but yet my uncles sound more Irish than him. Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah.
It is. I expected to have this deep old, as he said, langer accent.
Then I guess I'm the least Kiwi sounding Kiwi you'll ever meet. So
you're not a Kiwi.
You're not a Kiwi. You're British.
Piss off.
You're English.
You're a British Kiwi.
He's
You're a
English.
British muffin.
Yes.
Oh, stop spreading my secrets.
Now I have a question for you though, Booster. A serious one. Now, down in Australia, people with heavy accents, they call them awkers, right? So in New Zealand, if you got one of those really heavy kind of redneck accents like in America,
Bogan.
What do you call that?
A bogan.
A bogan, as
or
in
a Maori.
as in the house imp, the troublesome house imp, the bogan.
Just a bogan.
So he did. They don't even know. They don't know their own damn cosmology. It's that's what's wrong with the world, Booster.
I know.
Yeah, that's true. We got Musky Elon in here. We got a heart for a cyber frog and a rainbow brood. Sweet, dude. Is Ethan moving on with Rainbow Brood? Is that happening? Anybody?
No idea. Don't follow.
Hmm.
No, don't know. Wow,
No, no.
potato cam. Yeah, I know. It's okay. They're picking on you, Trusty.
I beg pardon?
They said you have a potato cam.
Hey, potato. That's offensive, dude.
See, that's what I wanted more of.
There you go. There you go. Just so you know how you are being white box, dude. Just moving down the line. Over there when you were growing up, of course you're still growing up, but what was your main comic? Who was your favorite comic book character?
Well, over here, before, because to get proper comics like the floppies, you'd have to go into town. So it was mainly like newsagents and stuff. You get them in, and in the newsagents, it was like they're sort of like the Walmart books now, the DC Walmart giants. It's
Yeah.
like it would be these books that would be basically tree issues in it. They'd have like a current one, older but still modern one, and then they have like a real old one. And there'd be Marvel. There wasn't a lot of DC ones, but there was a lot of Marvel ones. And they'd be like, Spider-Man, and it was cool because if it was Spider-Man, they'd have, if Electro was like the bad guy in the modern book, in the old one in the back, it would go back and it'd be like a reprint of the Steve Ditko stuff. So you were
Oh, I see.
constantly sort of like aware of continuity and style and how it evolved and how everything about comics just evolved to this point. And that was like early 2000s, where like the modern stuff was like super cinematic looking, like a lot of dark like colors, desaturated colors, and lots of bright lights and glows and stuff, and real rendered out stuff. And yeah, so there's stuff like Wolverine and I collected a lot of Wolverine stuff. They had Wolverine and Gambit, and then they run out of Gambit backstory, so they changed it to Wolverine and Deadpool. So you get 2 Wolverine stories and a Deadpool story. And they were sort of what I kind of really fed on. But there was other stuff as well. My granddad had a ton of old like British comics like Action and Hookjaw. And there was this one thing I think it was by DC Thompson, they're a weird publisher because they're the same guys that do stuff like the Beano and the Dandy. I think they're out of Glasgow, I think. And they had this book, I think it was called King Cobra or Hotspot King Cobra. It had like a weird title because I think King Cobra was taken. And it was this guy, I think his name was Ben King. And he like developed this weird cobra skin suit where he couldn't get stabbed because if you try to stab them, the scales would all compact in that one area. But he had this giant cobra like mask like hood thing, and he could inflate it and float away.
Wow, that's weird.
It was like,
That's
yeah, it was
interesting.
pretty freaky looking. But I remember stuff like that, and there were some just cool, lots of commandos. There were some like football comics that I like never cared about,
No,
but there was always
he means
weird
soccer,
ones of like,
by the way, just translating.
yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
But there were some weird ones where it would just be like a crocodile hunter guy just
Oh.
stabbing the hell out of like this giant crocodile, and you're like, this is so cool, and I'll be black and white, just pure inks on the page. It's great.
Well, it sounds like you did have a chance to read some of the older stuff as well, but I'm kind of curious how you went from the absolute crap of the 21st century and have something that actually looks like heavy metal, though. How did that happen? Because that's what it looks like. It looks like heavy metal.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember being pretty fascinated by the Masters of the Universe movie on VHS when I was like a kid. It's like so my earliest memories, like 4 years old, watching that movie, and I was just obsessed with that aesthetic of what they did to He-Man and Skeletor, and the sounds, the music, the crazy rotoscope electricity and stuff for all the powers, and all the makeup and the big lizard dude and stuff. And yeah, I mean, I guess that's where a lot of my kind of, I guess, taste for that comes from. Because I don't like, I see some people that try to do, I guess, retro stuff, which my stuff is sort of retro-y, but they kind of just take like premise and then they cover it in like modern aesthetics for sci-fi and whatever. And I think like for me, it was never nostalgia because it wasn't something that I was stewed in. Like it wasn't culturally relevant when I was a kid. It was like stuff that I sought out, and I was like, no, this is this is freaking cool. And then my dad introduced me to like John Carpenter movies when I was pretty young. I remember being a kid and he was like, there's this really cool movie on the TV, you should watch it. And it was Big Trouble in Little China. And I was like,
Oh,
this is the greatest movie. This is
yes.
so cool. It's so funny.
Yeah.
It's just this great tone. There's monsters, there's kung fu, there's action heroes. It's great. So
Yeah, no,
yeah,
that's a
and
great
then
movie. Kurt Russell, you can never go wrong. Always safe with the Kurt man. That's cool,
yeah,
dude.
dude.
Your dad showed you some of the old stuff and you liked it. I try to do that with my kid too. My kids, I try to show them some of the old stuff. Some they liked, some they didn't. You know, something that happened I thought was really really interesting. I showed my son because we were getting ready to go see the Blade Runner sequel, which I thought was great. But I showed my son the original Blade Runner because you know he was like I think 19 or 18 at the time, and I showed him the original Blade Runner, and it's a very slow paced movie, but he sat there the whole time, and in the end he loved that movie, and I thought that was really cool that old movie is held up so well over time that an 18-year-old boy could enjoy it, right? I thought that was really really cool. Do you like Blade Runner, or is that too boring for you?
And I actually never got into it.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones on my list, but I never got into it because I mean, I have my movies on my list and I watch them over and over again. I carve time to watch a movie that I need to watch, you know. Most of the time I have to do something, and so it's just on there, you know.
Well, yeah, you must be busy. I mean, you're doing 80 plus page book where you're doing everything. I don't believe you have much time at all.
Yeah, and the ash count is 46 pages too.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Wow. Jeez. All right. So, let me come over here and chat a little bit. These guys have been going along, so I want to kind of catch up on what they're saying. Bullet says, someday I will get my first print chrome cover. Yeah, that sounds like a lot of people would like to have that. Rise Again Comics says he found a VHS of He-Man and everything changed, right? Bullet says he should watch old Flash Gordon cartoons or even the black and white serials. Those are great. Uncanny Kodiak says, F yeah, it's heavy metal awesomeness, Deathsworn. He's happy. He's excited. Rainbow says low pan for DNQFE, and Rodwell says second low pan. My favorite movie, Blade Runner. Joe said, yeah, it's a great movie. Yeah, no, what do you guys think about doing Big Trouble in Little China here on the Fan
I think
Edition?
it'd be cool.
Oh,
Yeah, I
please,
haven't watched
please.
that.
If you do
That'd be an
Big
awesome
Trouble in
idea.
Little China, I need to come on here. If you're doing that, I need to come on here. I need to draw.
So he can participate. Yeah, no, he needs to participate.
Yeah.
Isn't
Now,
that still run the Red Rabbit or Rabbited show sometimes?
what are
Or
you
you
talking
guys?
about?
I
Oh,
mean,
the
if you,
Rabbit Bunny Vision movie night. Yeah,
Mhm.
no. If we haven't, I don't think we watched Big Trouble in Little China, but then maybe we should do that. We haven't done one of those in a while, but maybe we should take one of the comics news today during the week, Booster, and do Big Trouble in Little China on Bunny Vision movie night. Yeah,
Oh,
Booster.
hey,
No.
Kyle, got a question to ask you about your character.
Yeah, go.
Titania, what kind of personality she is, and what kind of relationship she has with the Deathsworn?
She's she's sort of like a rebel princess. She's not she's only tied to the Dark Stars through family. She doesn't really like what they're doing. She thinks that they're destroying so much of the galaxy that they're not going to have anything to live in. So she has a rebellious streak. She's confident, she's arrogant, but she's sort of lost, and she for all the orders that she gives out, it's kind of just a cover up for her being kind of lost and having to actually take a stance and do something instead of running away and trying to hide or whatever.
Now,
So
she
yeah,
is a
she's
vampire,
kinda,
correct?
well, they're solar vampires, so they're not like sucking blood and scared of the sun. They're like combined. They need the sun. They just need sunlight. And so they've amassed this like huge empire, stealing sun and destroying these suns and enslaving their planetary systems. And they barter for slaves with sunlight. So they'll go down to a planet and be like, okay, you give us this amount of slaves to run our space stations, and we'll give you, 2 hours of sunlight, an hour of sunlight. We'll
Oh,
give
wow.
you, an hour of sunlight a week,
I see.
and
So
they can
they're
Sounds like some
relay
people.
sunlight from like across different planetary systems, different solar systems. They can relay sunlight from all over the galaxy.
well. It sounds like you've got a lot of it worked out, dude. So it sounds like you got a story there. That's pretty interesting. So they're actually solar vampires who can somehow gain control of suns and then therefore blackmail the planet into what they want. Huh.
Yeah, and then they go down to those planets and they mine out those planets. And if you look at the first cover, there's these kind of red guys,
Mhm.
and it's in some of the other art too. These weird mutant-looking guys, these red with yellow bulgy eyes. They're mutants, and so what happens is the Dark Stars will go down to a planet and they'll mine it of all its minerals, and it'll slave all the people and put them to work in the mine. And then once the sun's depleted and all the planets are robbed of all their minerals, they just leave. They just hop up and leave, and they just leave everybody behind. And so these people are left to live in like eternal dusk, just turning insane
yeah.
and feeding on each other. So yeah, that's Tatiana and Deathsworn end up on one of these planets, and they kind of have to fight their way through these hordes of insane cannibal mutants that are afraid of the light.
Wow, that sounds interesting, dude. Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter your talent. You got talent. You got talent. Doesn't matter how old you are, and that's I think very prevalent with you, sir. So Booster,
Well, thanks, dude.
get on life, Booster.
What am I doing?
Life
I'm
better.
I'm working on it. Leave me alone, Dad.
Jeez. But I am white boxing Brad here, but I am going to go over to Benedict in a moment. Benedict, have you worked out your camera yet?
All I have is like a webcam, like on my laptop. But I can show you what I've gotten done so far.
Okay. I'll tell you when I come over. I'm gonna be in a minute, and we'll be in a moment. All right. I'll just do it right now. That's all right. Go ahead and show it. I'll drop over right now.
Not a whole lot of stuff going on right now. I mean, I'm going to be adding kind of an element that I think will be really cool if I'm able to get it done in time. But yeah, right now it's just a sketch of the main character.
All right. Cool. Keep at it, dude.
Looks awesome.
Now I was over here on Brad, and Brad's got a really slow start today. Brad, these guys are already inking. What you doing?
He's putting the work
I'm
in.
going
Look
for the
at those
long haul,
muscles.
dude. Background, foreground, all of it, dude. So
He got a long-term plan. I get it. You're not gonna pull a Jiminy on me, are you?
I may, so I can win that our competition.
All right. Now, actually, that's been mentioned a few times. Karl, why don't you go ahead and tell us about this fan art competition you got going on with the project?
Okay, yeah. So yeah, it's just a fan art competition. You can draw Deathsworn. You can draw Deathsworn characters. It's on till September 10th, but I might extend it depending on how people get their submissions in or whatever. But yeah, so you can win. There's going to be 3 places. The first place is the featured perk, so that's the $50 perk on the campaign. The second place is just the regular comic and a sketch card, and the third place is an Ashcan and a sketch card.
Sweet. That sounds awesome. And where is this contest? Where can they find this to submit?
Okay, so you can I have it posted. I've been posting a lot recently on my Twitter page, and it has all the references to the prizes. It has the character design sheets, some extra sheets of the other characters if you want to do them instead of Deathsworn. All you have to do is tag my Twitter handle, which is Karl O'Rowe, and hashtag Deathsworn fanart.
Okay. Pixel, you do me a favor and drop the link to his Twitter, please, so people can check that out. I think that's really cool, though. Doing those kind of community things helps to build up, hype about the book. Having an art contest at the same time you're doing Indiegogo, I think is smart, for sure.
Gets people invested.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, well, I noticed it because I just put up. I was just seeing it at I just put up a photo like of this character sheet I had, and I just wrote fan art competition anyone just to see. I had no plan, and then that had like more hits than any of my promos for the Indiegogo. So I was like, okay, no, this is a good way to get them out there. Let's do it.
Yeah, no, I think it's a great idea. And I got a couple comments over here. Geez, Brad, come on. I'm already shading my draw along, Eric says. Speaking of the draw along, and Yowza Comics also says, oh, poop. I forgot about D&QFE. What is everyone drawing? Well, dude, guys, the draw along is for Deathsworn here. We see a lot of these characters coming through, and we definitely want you to draw along. Take your art, and when you're finished with it, go over to Twitter, go to hashtag DNQFE, hashtag DNQFE, and drop your art in there. And of course, at the end of the show, we'll take a look at it, and we really love doing that. It's a lot of fun. And we'll have Booster drop the straw poll, and while you guys are voting, we're going to take a look at that. But absolutely. Now, I do have a question for you, Carl. You see over here, I have Zachary white boxed. Why don't you go ahead and take a look at what he's doing and give us your opinion, dude?
Yeah, I was gonna say I like this. I really like this one. Is Mark making almost especially on Tatiana's face, almost Yoji Shinkawa-esque, like the lines, the strokes. But yeah, I love it. The pose on Deathsworn is badass. That grip he has, it's great.
Yeah, it's good looking.
Love
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah,
You
for sure.
you
I was
choose
gonna actually
a
ask you. I was
you
gonna
chose
ask.
a tough.
Oh,
sorry.
good. For your villain, have you ever seen Farscape?
Oh, that weird Scorpio or something is his name or
Yes.
something.
Yes, I was
Yeah,
gonna ask
yeah,
you. Did you
someone
have
said
influence
that.
from him? Yeah. No, it's just because of the mouth.
Yeah,
Especially.
no, I like. Some people say that, and then they say it reminds them of Battlestar Galactica or something like that. I've never seen those things, but like I think Vaughn said that I have the most retro soul of any person he's ever met. So I just think I just pick up on these things.
Yeah, no,
without being
if you
influenced.
never saw him, it's like incredible because it literally is like, oh, that looks like this, and
Yeah.
Yeah, he
of
has
course,
he
that
has
was
kind of
made.
like a
Yeah,
weird.
Farscape. Yeah, I get that.
almost-
I see what you're saying about the helmet. Yeah.
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 What you were saying? Sorry.
Oh yeah, no, but I was saying before, you chose a hard angle for the helmet because I'm always having to change the angle that his horns point at, so like you can see his eyes or you can see like any part of his face when he turns his head to the side.
Yeah.
So you picked a good angle. You did it well.
I think he's pulling it off really well. Yeah, that's a good point. And I like the girl too. I think it's she's more in the forefront, of course, but he's got something big in the back he's working on too. I can see. But this is going to be a full-on cover piece that Zach's working on today. It looks like. Yeah, nice. And you got your
Going
pace
big.
is good too. Your pace is good too because you guys got a little bit over an hour left. So I think you're good to go, dude. Just keep at it. Keep at it. Keep at it. Moving down
But
here.
also, I'm not doing my rendered style that I usually do, so
Oh.
I'm doing the quick inking style instead of my rendered style, how I usually do.
Oh,
So-
right. With all the great shading and all that kind of stuff like that.
Yes,
Yeah, I love what you're doing though. It looks great. Now I've got Trusty here, white boxed, and Trusty's still working on his pencils. He hasn't gotten onto the inks yet. You got an hour, a little over an hour. You think you're good for the inks, dude?
No, I make Jiminy look fast.
Oh, great. Wonderful.
my kind of thing.
Oh no. Oh, this is never getting done.
That's okay. You know, I'll do the best I can. We'll see how far I can get.
Well, occasionally you're not as potato-y as you always are. So,
I'm thinking it must be a bandwidth issue because I've got a decent camera. So, it's happened before.
well, we could blame Booster if you'd like.
I don't want to do that. I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
No, Booster. I'm assuming we're going to get an Ezra version of Deathsworn.
Oh, that's if I put down Fire Emblem.
Oh, okay. He's playing games. That's why he's being
Yeah.
so quiet today. He's not paying attention at all. And
I'm
who are
paying
you
some
playing Fire Emblem with?
Me.
So it's a solo game.
Yeah.
I see. And
Yeah, my son plays that a lot.
I can't pause multiplayer, Dad.
okay, fine. But what is it about Fire Emblem that you like? My kids have talked about it a
Waifu
little bit.
wars.
I like numbers. I like it when I like stats and numbers and RPG stuff. I like getting all the best numbers and killing people with numbers.
Okay, well, Dina just mentioned
Yeah.
waifu, and I understand this colloquialism.
No,
So
I haven't even picked out a waifu. That has nothing to do with it at all.
that's a lie. I can tell.
No?
I can feel it.
What about
Yep.
Camilla? She's the best.
All right,
Yeah.
she's the big tittied one from That's
She's
Fates,
the
though. I'm playing
big
Free
sister.
House.
Oh goodness gracious! See what we've
Mhm.
degenerated in waifus.
I had to
That's what
look
we
up
have.
Fire Emblem because I had a completely different game in my head. I thought you were playing that game with those weird chubby kids from Super Smash Bros. You know the ones I'm
Oh,
talking about? The guy in the
Yep.
stripy red and yellow
really
shirt.
old. So
Mhm.
I
Oh,
missed
you're talking about
that.
Earthbound?
I don't
It
know
was on
what
a
it is.
Game
I
Boy.
thought that was
Earthbound.
Fire Emblem. I just looked it up and I thought you were playing some.
Well,
I thought
Booster
it was on
prefers
Game
the
Boy.
hentai stuff. So
No,
Oh.
this is fake news. You're libeling my good
we
character.
all know it is true. Pope Fire says,
No.
"Hey, Cricket,
Mm.
just here to endorse Trusty. So now I've been in chat and I can vote later." Okay, well, thank you, Pope Fire. Nice to see you. And just so you know how you are being white box, dude, and we see a foot.
Oh, there we are.
Yeah.
It's a
Now
pretty
this,
foot,
what do you think about this one here, Carl? This is a very nice actiony piece he's got going on.
Yeah, I like this one. I didn't get to say anything about Trusty, but Trusty's one, quickly, I'll just say, Trusty's one reminds me of, like, Earl Norem He-Man art. The pose
wow.
and the placement of the legs and the kind of arms swinging back, that's what reminds me of the pose and just the anatomy and stuff.
Yeah.
But
No.
yeah, Trusty's one.
Yeah.
Dude, that blaster's going. Originally, Deathsworn was supposed to be like a kind of a grab anything guy. So I think in the early issue, I had him with like a proper holster that he had a blaster in, and I slowly like faded it out and stopped using it. But yeah, that looks great.
Yeah, and Trusty does kind of the superhero structure really well. You can always see his structure behind everything he does. It's very, very superhero. It's very tight, dude. Actually.
Yeah, the foreshortening on that gun is great. Like that's.
Well, this is
top
Howl.
class
I was
stuff.
talking about Trusty. But yeah, no,
Oh,
these guys
sorry,
are all
I'm
great.
back on Hal. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I was
Oh,
gonna say.
well, thank you. I was like, "Wow, Trusty's drawing a gun too. Cool."
No,
No,
I was gonna say what? Oh man, I really messed up if he thinks it's a gun.
Yeah, I saw what looked like that was an early page, or maybe it's from one of your earlier comics. But he had like spiked shoulder pads and a shield.
Yeah. He gets them. So when we were introduced to Deathsworn, he's been captured and he's being brought into this place called Captivium, which is a gigantic prison planet that the Dark Stars use to store all their sort of biggest threats to the Empire. And they have them fight in this gladiator arena, and they televise it across the galaxy to show like kind of how low these rebel heroes have stooped. And he ends up kind of finding these armor gauntlets that I just kind of stole off Gene Simmons. And don't tell him that. Don't fucking tell Gene that shit, dude. I don't have the money.
Oh, no, you will charge him, man.
No, he'll be like cool. Then he'll be like blah with his tongue.
As long as I don't put like a swag bag with a $sign on it, I don't think he can sue me. I think that's all you want.
I'm ringing him up right now.
I think you're safe, dude. I think it's all right. But
yeah.
yeah, no, definitely what Hal's got going on looks really good, and he's quite ahead of it actually, so it's good. Moving down over here to White Boxing Paulus. Now Paulus is going for almost the kind of Dan Fraga detail stuff here, with the way he's laying it out. But again, you got a bit of a potato camera today too, Paulus.
Yeah, and I tried using a laptop instead of my phone because my phone is going to die in the middle of this. It always does. But I broke the laptop trying to set it up.
Oh, really?
So,
oh, goodness. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I didn't smash it, but like it's a Mac, and it did not want to function properly. So
You artists and your Macs. When will you ever learn?
it's not even my Mac.
Whoa.
That's the problem.
Uh-oh.
Back it up, Chester. Back it up.
Yeah.
I don't know if that
PC
makes that
buddy.
better or worse.
Don't.
Look, I swear to God, I will kick all the Mac users out of this. I will burn you all to the ground. I don't
even like Mac,
So
but it
Boost-
was a newer laptop than mine, so I borrowed it, and I broke it.
That's okay. It focuses in every now and then. Right now, it's pretty well focused. What do you think about this, Carl?
that's good.
He's got. I can see what's going to happen, and I'm liking the pose. Boy, that is fierce, dude.
You know what I think with the kind of the stroke and the brushy stroke, there's sort of like opacity to the ink as well. It reminds me of Frazetta's ink drawings,
Oh wow.
like
Yeah,
just the
he's,
stroke and the opacity to the ink and stuff, and then the subject matter as well. It's
I've
very
been,
Frazetta.
I've been looking at a lot of Frazetta lately. Maybe it's
Rubbing
kind
off on
of
you.
The master.
That's
Yeah.
a good thing. That is not a bad thing. That is a good thing because Frazetta is awesome. But yeah, no,
He's a
there's
master.
really killer pieces going on here today. I am a little bit surprised that we're getting a lot more of Deathsworn, which of course he's the main character, and less of the lady. Because that's a sexy lady. But no, the guys are going full on the heroic combat Conan chopping people in half type of stuff, which is awesome.
We're manning up.
They're manning up.
We're
what do
leaving
you
more
think?
testosterone.
So
I was
Dina,
gonna put a chick on mine, but
Huh?
I
I won't
no,
have time.
I was just saying. I wonder if Dina was manning up as well. That's all.
no.
My husband said it's a good thing I try to start drawing more beefcake. So
Yeah, no, I think so. You do women really, really well. So you know, trying to pick up and improve your male figure is, of course, a good thing for it to round yourself out. And it is interesting thing, Booster. We see a lot of artists, and some of them are really good at a male physique and not good at the female, or vice versa. We see quite a bit of that actually, and I'm kind of wondering. You know, we had a conversation once talking about, well, a woman could do a woman easier and a man could do a man easier, I guess. But what do you think that is, Carl? That so many artists are really good at one gender but not at the other.
To draw them a lot more.
Yeah, there's that. There's just a natural attraction to sort of when you. I mean, it depend. Kind of depends what you're going for. You know, a lot of the guys who, you know, are great at drawing women don't usually draw very innocent women. You know.
True.
But you know, when people start off drawing, it's pure escapism, it's pure fantasy, and so they tend to draw that version of them, and it's the exact same thing with why you're drawing figures. But I also think it's why it's a temperamental thing because I remember someone did I was at a con, they brought the portfolio to me, and it's just girl, and the first thing I said when I looked at it, I said I would not be able to tell just looking at this art that you were a girl, you know. And then I found out that this girl's actually pretty like badass, like hardcore, you know. And I just thought it was a temperamental thing, you know. There's certain things that I've noticed just looking at comics, like girl artists and guy artists. Like girls don't put a lot of bite or crunch or wrinkle into a lot of stuff, you know.
They
And
tend to
guys will
involve
do that a
color
lot.
more. They tend
know.
to involve color a lot more too. From
Yeah.
my experience.
And it's very open, usually very open for color. Everything's very smooth. Even the
That's
shots
true.
tend to be, they're not very in your face. They'd be very sort of push back middle distance, or you know, like much more just prettier
Yeah.
arranged. When males can kind of go for the other thing, it's all about the crinkle. It's all about the grittiness. It's all about the, you know, the Rob Liefeld, the 150 lines on someone's
How
face for no reason, sort of stuff. You know,
dare you mention
that.
that name here? How dare you? God.
I love
Ooh.
Liefeld, man.
All right. Fine. You and Booster both. But now we're looking at Dina
Hey,
here.
don't put that on me, Chester. Yeesh.
Well, we're sitting here looking at Dina, and actually, she does have a very interesting piece going on here. I'd love to hear what you have what you think about it, Carl. But Dina, if you could do me a favor and shed a little bit more light on your piece,
Yeah.
you're kind of dark
But the
there.
light is either too strong or too dark or just too dim. So
Yeah, you're right. It is kind of in between.
Uh-oh.
I guess it was more clear because you haven't got your inks on yet. And when you get your
nope.
inks on, it'll pop. But yeah, shut the light off. You're right. It was easier to see.
Chester,
Yes.
we triggered Malin.
How did we trigger man?
Yeah.
Oh God, John's here.
We
Hi, John.
We badmouthed. What's his face? Liefeld. We should probably roll that back a little.
Oh,
Yeah, dude, you insulted his boy. You insulted
Yeah.
Liefeld.
We gotta.
did I say that Rob Liefeld is an absolutely hack of an artist and can't do feet? No, I didn't say that. Nothing like that.
Hey.
Nothing like that.
Finally, someone said it.
No. I wouldn't want to insult my boy John here. Love John.
Oh no.
Which John?
John Malin. Yeah.
Oh,
he's
okay.
he's responding without words. Uh-oh.
He's going
He's
to
probably
area.
into Johannesburg.
Oh goodness, but yeah, no, Liefeld is certainly a controversial fellow, that's for sure. Hey, we got Deus Ex in here. I haven't seen you in forever, dude.
Hey.
Geez, Dina's following in the footsteps of No Feet John Malin. Oh, I've triggered something. Bark, 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 bark.
Oh no.
Well, actually, all joking aside, John Malin does feet just fine. Rob Liefeld doesn't. But I mean I've always thought that was a funny thing because, in my opinion, Rob Liefeld does nothing well.
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't like that famous drawing. I'm just like of Captain
Hey,
America.
man, I
and
saw some. I was looking at some of the
yeah.
Liefeld stuff, and I think he was
meant it.
being inked by Terry Austin, and it was that kind of. Oh, it was that kind of color palette they were using on it, where it was almost like kind of gouache watercolory. They did it for a couple of Wolverine stories, and it was a Wolverine story, and it looked sweet. It was just this great inker, doing some great stuff for Liefeld. Liefeld's good. Liefeld is there for like the ADHD 14-year-olds, man. They're the lifeblood of comics.
I suppose so, yeah. But do keep in mind, even Stan Lee mocked Rob Liefeld.
Are you talking about overkill?
Oh gosh. I am just glad that this is not a Brian Shearer stream, because when he was first getting started and doing live streams, we came up with every time somebody said Liefeld, he had to take a drink. And I would just be sloppy after all the Liefeld. It just passed everybody's lips.
Goodness gracious. But a little bit of trolling, a little bit of triggering. It's always fun. It's all good fun. Let me see here. I certainly woke the chat up. That's for damn sure.
Now they're paying attention.
Yeah, now they're paying attention. The Uncanny Coding says, Chester, Rob has done so much for creators, not artists. Give that credit to others. Okay, I think I did. Deus Ex says, sorry, man. Life has been hectic, so I don't usually have time to watch streams so much as I used to. Well, you came on here and drew with us, too. We would love to have you back and do that, dude. Jim Cox says 4D chests. 4D chests. I would say 12D chests, but yeah, that Captain America was an epic fail, dude. Epic. Jiminy Cricket says John Malin scoped out the competition for next week. Yeah, right. That's what he's doing. Uncanny says, what $1 million character have you created, Chester? Well, point taken, sir. Rob has many. He does.
Get him, Uncanny. Get him.
Yeah.
Get him.
Bullet says, the Heroes Reward cap, Rob did lol. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Stan Lee didn't create style, but words, and I love Stan. Well, I'm glad you backed that up there because you were about to get in trouble. Yeah, no, Rob, he catches a lot of flack, but he's an interesting fella because I don't know how he got the job.
He was at the right place at the right time, doing the right thing.
I think so.
The 90s.
It really was. He did a local comic that got seen by the right person that said, hey, this kid who's like 17 is really good at the time.
Mhm.
And then just from there, it just kept escalating, and he became the thing.
Yeah,
I'm sure he had an uncle.
he might well
Oh
have.
no!
But he was also surrounded by all the other image guys like Lee and McFarlane and stuff like that, and the other fellas as well. So he definitely was in the right place at the right time with the right people. That definitely helped him out. And but the thing is, though, over time here, because we still seen him throw stuff out from time to time, and he's very active in the community. I'm not, I don't have a problem with Rob himself, but do you think he's improved over the years, though? Has he gotten better?
No.
Blocked.
Nope.
Nah,
Yeah, I don't think so.
Nope.
I don't know.
He's no
He
Jim
hasn't
Lee.
gone. And everything sort of he kind of keeps throwing the same thing over and over again. You're like, dude,
Yeah.
what's going on? And then like that Major X guy, the X was never center, and I was like, what? That's driving me insane. You gave him an X, and he never drew it centered on his chest. It's freaking me out. But I don't know. Like I remember when I was a kid, I was picking up those comics at the newsagents. I remember one of the Wolverine books had that issue where Wolverine and Deadpool were like beating the crap out of each other, and Liefeld drew it, and it was like the coolest looking thing. It had this epic cover of Wolverine like slashing down at Deadpool, and like there was some fucking guy in the background who looked all weird and stuff. But
Yeah.
like,
But
that
who was
fascinated
inking
me.
for him
I
at the
thought it
time,
was
though? Because it really comes down to who was inking for him, really.
yeah.
You know
But
what
you
I
can say
mean?
that about a lot of. You can say that like about like nearly half of these guys. You know.
That's probably true.
I think about that with Todd. Like I see Todd McFarlane ink some people, and I'm like,
Mm.
I don't think his line weight like works with your sort of weird, you know, greedily sort of dirty line that Todd makes.
Well, you know,
Todd McFarlane is the guy who does Spawn, right?
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I saw some
Did you guys
really
see, like,
killer
oh.
pencil art for that. It
Well,
was
like,
it was for one of the actual comics, and it was like really done, really well done pencil art.
Oh yeah, no, Todd's a great artist. You know, and that kind of brings up another point as well with Jim Lee. Of course, he's kind of the big dog right now, I'd say. But he has a great inker that he's worked with for a long time. Who's that? Who's the inker that?
Scott Williams.
Scott Williams, yeah. And you know, Jim's pencils are absolutely stunning, but that guy's ink work is absolutely epic, dude. And
Yeah, and he
it
even like
matters.
Scott Williams has kind of gone on to. He does a couple of covers and stuff himself where he
Yeah.
pencils and inks it, and he kind of has adopted his sort of, you know, Jim Lee style. But
Sure.
like I love if you go back and you look at Punisher War Journal, was it War Journal? Yeah, War
Surgeon
Journal with
Illustrated.
Carl Potts and Carl Potts and Jesus, yeah. Well, Jim Lee drew it. I think Carl Potts wrote it, but it was Jim Lee's first gig really, and he was. I think Carl Potts was thumbnailing, and Jim Lee was penciling, and then Carl Potts was inking over it. And if you look at a lot of that Jim Lee stuff, it's like there's a lot of Kevin Nolan in it. That's one of the things I noticed looking at it. Like a lot of the way he draws a nose, or he'll draw the side of a face,
Mhm.
or hands especially, are very like Kevin Nolan hands.
No, and it's really interesting to see everything that came out with those guys and the whole image separation. It was an exciting time in a way, and of course, they were making ridiculous amounts of money at that time as well, which of course is not the case now. But then again, that ridiculous amount of money they were making is kind of what put the comic book industry in the pocket as it was, right? But John Dillard has something to say, and well, I'm sure it'll be good. John says, "Hey guys, leave this crummy stream and go check out my story, Cosmonaut, on Webtoons." Well, thank you very much, John. Thanks, John.
Oh, I don't want to do that at all. That just sounds awful.
Now,
Oh,
Uncanny Kodiak is continuing. He says, "All seriousness, I think the fact that Superstar started inking him, Rob, was something that that stunted his growth as an artist." That's a fair point. Fair point. But I mean, I have seen. I'm just saying, and I have a feeling that some of the people here agree with me. I, in this past year, have seen artists coming on the Drawn Record Fan Edition here. I have seen more improvement from these guys on this show in that time than I have Rob Liefeld in decades. So I don't know what to tell you.
Oh,
that could-
You know who's sort of stunted me, and like I absolutely love the guy, but he's sort of, I think he's kind of stunted. I like, he still draws great, but I don't think he's kind of like nothing gets me as crazy as his old stuff is Jim Lee. I got everything he kind of puts out. I'm like, yeah, that's Jim Lee. That's Jim Lee after he did that weird Superman book. Kind of nothing really excites me here.
Yeah. Well, you
Like
know,
Jim Lee back when he was plotting X-Men, and it's like, I mean, X-Men number 4. There's I think a 3 or 4 page. It's the first appearance of Omega Red, but there's like a 3 or 4 page sequence where they're just playing basketball, and it's like some of the most exciting shit ever put on a comic. And you get like everybody's characters are like fully put out there. You understand the relationships between the characters. You understand all their powers. You
yeah.
get to see it all in action, and it's just so cool.
No,
And
it's
there's
Actually,
yeah.
I like Jim Lee's Death Blow.
oh right. Yeah,
'Cause,
yeah.
That has a really different style for Jim.
Yeah.
And he did
Wasn't he just trying to be Frank Miller?
Well, maybe, but it
A
was
little
still really
bit.
good. But
Yeah,
you
didn't
know,
Frank
'cause
Miller like rip the piss out of him for doing that in Sin City?
I don't know if he did.
Frank Miller gets
I don't
triggered
know.
quite easily. But you know, but no, Jim's one of my favorite artists. I mean, for me, it's Alex Ross, it's Jim Lee, it's John Malin. Oh, hi, John. John says triggered. I do apologize. Sorry, dude. Sorry, dude. But now, Benedict, go ahead and show us what you're working on, dude.
Alrighty. Yeah, I don't think the whole picture is going to be done in time.
I don't want to hear that, Benedict. That's not what I want to hear. That doesn't make me pleased.
Yeah, dude, just keep going.
Yeah, no, we can see it very clearly, though.
Oh, good.
Yeah, just keep cracking at it, dude. You got an hour left. A little less than an hour, but just keep cracking at it.
Alrighty.
It's cool. It looks like you could use that as package art for the. It has the same like proportions as the toys I got made. The little He-Man-y looking toys.
Yeah, no, I saw those. That looked pretty cool, dude. Like I said, you need to come on the show and let us go over that Indiegogo with you and talk about all the little details. You know, definitely just we'll schedule a time for you because I'd like to get into that. Now, how did you come about deciding to do action figures?
They weren't really done for the campaign. They were just I had a friend who did model making, and she I gave her a copy of the book, and she liked it, and she just kind of had this little, sculptural mock-up of Deathsworn, and she can do all the molding and all that stuff. And so she was kind of learning along the way too, and she molded a couple, and I started painting them up, and then I start putting them in. I made up little bag things for them, and then that turned into me planning how to do the box and getting all the materials together for the boxes, then hand cutting and hand folding and gluing the boxes together and stuff. And yeah, but she's gone to the point now where she can do these full on action figures, like proper pivot joint articulation and stuff. And when I saw how quickly the toys got snapped up, I was like, oh, maybe I should think about trying to find ways to kind of streamline getting those toys out and redo them from the ground up and really make a big thing out of it. And there might be like a small campaign for them, because if I'm doing toys, I have to do mini comics with each toy. So there's going to be mini comics with the toys.
Sure.
That has to be cool little,
like they did with He-Man.
Gizmo stuff. Yeah, man.
Yeah, they did that with He-Man.
And Star Wars.
Star Wars too, yeah. But I think it's fun, dude. I like the idea that you got the action figures in there. It's really cool. Now the chat has many things to say here. Bullet says Joe mad on Uncanny X-Men. Amazing. Everyone agrees, I'm sure. Eric Hawkins says my ex-wife had a death blow. Huh? Uh-oh.
Oh.
I don't know how to respond to that, Eric.
Oh no.
Yeah. Now we got Turtle Rabbit in here, and he
Yes.
has a comment. And do keep in mind, seeing Turtle Rabbit, one of our favorite draw along people. If you are drawing along, and we hope that you are, definitely when you're finished with that, go over to Twitter and just go to hashtag DNQFE and drop your piece in there. And at the end of the show, we'll take a look at it. Now, do keep in mind we have about 50 minutes left for the artists to get done what they're doing. Some of them are definitely more ahead than others, but we'll see what happens. I think we might be having a Jiminy across the board day, but we'll see. Love you, Jiminy. John says, who are we watching? Are you watching Zachary? Zach is a newer face around here, but he is coming on strong. He's killer. It's a really good piece he's working on here. Let's see here. Let's see. Since Turtle Rabbit said, Sin City destroyed so many artists who tried to copy it. What do you guys think about that statement?
Yeah, trying to do that.
I think the only person that
Chiaroscuro.
destroyed was Frank Miller. Because
Oh, dude.
that's pretty
Frank
much
Miller's
the
my
only
boy.
thing he drew. And then he made that abysmal Dark Knight. Was it DK2? Dark Knight Strikes Again.
Yeah.
Yeesh. And
Well,
ever
one of the
since
big
Frank Miller's
problems
just not
with-
been the same.
With modern Frank Miller is they keep putting like the colorists that color Jim Lee on him, and you don't need that. You need a guy like you. Have you seen Ed Piscor going back and recoloring old issues, and he uses all the textures and all the screen tones and all the print marks and stuff. You need a guy like that that understands flat art and textures and color to use it like that on Frank Miller, and then you can make some really cool pop art stuff. But when you get a guy like the guy that just colors Jim Lee and he uses the same palette on everything, and you're like, okay, put him on Frank Miller, it's like, it's never gonna work. It's like, it's like having, I don't know, shit.
No, I get you. I
That's
get
my
you.
final comment. But yeah, no,
I
Frank.
agree.
Yeah.
My favorite
Like,
Frank Miller thing ever is Ronin. I
Ah,
love that book.
interesting. Although I don't know
love
if I
that
like
so
very
much.
much what I've have seen recently. But nevertheless, let's continue with the chat here. Kenny Kodiak says something that's going to get him in a lot of trouble. Rob is more Stan Lee than Jack Kirby, but he could draw. All right, I'll leave you to that, dude. You have to
Is he
own that.
implying that Jack Kirby couldn't draw because Trigger me says
Yeah, I mean, there's all kind of trigger potential with that comment, dude.
you could piss off.
Yeah,
So-
straight piss off, right? Ghost of
You might
Henry
be
says,
fine.
"Wow, is Benedict a leprechaun?" I think so. And then
What?
And then again, Kodiak says, "I'm done. Where's my wine?" All right. So he's trying to trigger people. I get it. Scott says, but I'm not using that mic on my camera. That will pick up a gnat fart at 1,000 yards, so it's all good. I guess Scott had a little trouble yesterday in the Pro Edition where his dog and wife were making lots of noise and interrupting, and John decided to give him hell about it. But then again, that's what John does. He's quite professional at it. And Kodiak says, I just grabbed this book. My contribution ID is number 162. Yeah, boy. Let's do this.
Oh, thanks,
Represent.
man.
I'm not missing out on this book. Yeah, now cool on you, dude.
Quick heads up. If
yeah.
I happen to disappear for the rest of the night, it's because there's a lightning storm outside right now.
Okay.
And I might lose power at any second.
Okay.
See, that's what I wanted you to sound like, Carl.
Where's me pot of gold?
Oh,
More of that.
Oh, Shibagora.
okay.
Want me to start speaking some Gaelic or something?
Yeah, please. That'd be great. After I catch up with the chat. Star Storyteller says, I really need to read Miller's book, Holy Terror, especially after Hassan bitched out for saying Americans deserve 9/11.
Oh, don't do that to yourself.
No, don't do that.
Honestly, that was not his worst work, if I'm being honest. Holy Terror.
It's pretty bad.
It's just, I mean, it's kind of blah, but I don't think it was bad. Not compared to some of his other stuff. I guess I'm alone on that.
Scott says, I'm drawing along, but I'm drawing Han and Chewie. Lao. Yeah, well, you're missing the point, Scott. John Diller says 50 minutes. That's too much time. Okay, thank you, John. Always appreciate it. Bullet, you got Jiminy. Why is everybody so mean to me? Jiminy says.
Oh, that'd be mean.
Oh goodness gracious! Now John Malin, I think, is
He's
starting to wake
jealous.
up because he's actually speaking, and he has a question for you, Zach. And I'm sure he'd appreciate your answer. He says, "How does Zachary feel about Liefeld?"
Oh, uh, I don't like him at all.
Yeah, there you go, John.
I don't.
There you go.
I don't like to look at
Uh-oh.
him. I don't like to hear his voice. I don't like him at all as a person and as an artist.
Well, there you go. There you go.
Oh,
Jennifer Ray
no.
says, "Death Dealer look. It does have a kind of Frazetta look to it. Absolutely, yeah. I accept this is a more armored sci-fi version, but yeah, I get that completely. And
Yeah, if it were true, if it were true for Zeta, it'd be naked.
that's true. Yes, it's true. Eric says, I think Liefeld was good, but has gotten lazy. I love the early New Mutants and X-Force stuff. Well, yeah, but do keep in mind that I think a lot of that stuff was being inked by McFarlane, right? But Bullet says, Kirby shat out things Rob wished he could do. Mm-hmm. That's very true. Uncanny Kodia says, triggered all of you. Because I'm not dumb enough to say he can draw like King Kirby. I said he's more like Stan, only he can draw. So basically, you're insulting Stan Lee. Good on you, dude. You're batting 1,000 there, Uncanny.
What is this guy on about?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. And Eric says, Trusty has some nice line weight there. Yeah, of course, we're white boxing Trusty right now. I'm about to move on, though, but yeah, it's a great looking piece. We got some really good pieces. They're starting to come together. You guys are sitting at about 40-some minutes, so you have some time, and I am moving over to Howl. And, oh, my God, Howl is bringing it, dude. I told you,
Yeah,
gotta watch
Howl's
out. Yeah,
It is currently brought.
it is, dude. Now, Pixel says Holy Terror was supposed to be a Batman story, if I recall correctly.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Holy
right.
Terror Batman.
Yeah. And Uncanny Kodiak says, I love Jiminy. We all love Jiminy, dude. He's awesome. Turtle says, Holy Terror is rough.
I love Jiminy as a friend.
I do. I like
We
Jiminy all
know.
around. He's a
We
great
know.
artist. He is, I think, out of all the artists I've seen
amazing.
interact with here, he's amazing. But I think he is the best at dynamic art. His art it's 2D, but it's moving. Jiminy is killer, dude. He is really, really, really good. But then again, you got to keep in mind, we have over 100 artists here involved with Drone Recorded Fan Edition. And wow, dude. It's just wow, right? Turtle Rabbit says, Holy Terror is rough. I think Frank's illness has hurt his art over the years, unlike John Byrne, who just got lazy. Or John Byrne, sorry, I mispronounced. John Millen says, Zach just threw out my vote. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
All I have to say is Malin Militia or something, and
Yeah, something.
then I get it
Yeah.
back or something.
Yes.
What else
Wolf
is that
Mel.
about Malin? Wolf milk.
Wolf milk.
Wolf milk.
Yeah, Wolf Milk.
And Lady Celtic Moon says, not happy here. Okay.
You go, CM.
Now Jiminy says, dang. Brian Hawkins in here. Wow. Shots fired by Zachary. And there you go. Zach is gone, won't win. Uh-oh. They're picking on you now, Zach.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not afraid.
Lady Celtic Moon says, John Malin, love you, hun, but you should have not have won last night. Uh-oh. Shots fired for damn sure. Scott says, that was pretty judgy, just saying. Nice job last night, John. I was honored to be on the show with you. Okay, quit. Stop it. Jiminy
Absolute ass kisses.
Yes, right. Jiminy is a great artist. He has the most dynamic pose. He does, dude. Jiminy is awesome. Guzzling that wolf milk, Bullet says. This is my life, Carl. Welcome.
I'd gladly guzzle wolf milk.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Do you even know what you're
no.
saying, sir?
Yeah, he's been on the
Look,
channel
look, look.
already.
Totally.
Oh,
I'm gonna
goodness.
go full on in the wolf campaign, the gay wolf stuff. I'm all in for it. With
He's
John.
all in for it. Well,
Oh,
Booster was
no.
in before they even mentioned it. He was quite happy about the whole thing, actually.
This is all libel.
Is it the liable?
Yeah.
All right, there it is. Don't pander to Malin, lol. Geez, he can't get his head through the door as it is now. Eric says. Haters gonna hate, John says. Well, we love John, of course. We're just picking on him. I think John Byrne just got despondent. Interesting point. What do you guys? We've had a few comments here about John Byrne. What do you guys think? What's your opinion on his current stuff?
I don't think I've seen any current John Byrne stuff.
Well, I mean, they're talking about with the Frank Miller stuff, right?
The current Frank Miller, yeah, current. I mean, I can see potential there. There was a guy called, I think his name's James Harvey, and he did a whole kind of Tumblr post or blog post where he basically took a bunch of Frank Miller art that it was when he was coming back to do the Dark Knight tree, and he was doing like those mini books and stuff that came with it and some covers. And he was saying how, the I think it's Alex Sinclair, the colorist that does the Jim Lee stuff and everything. He was like, doesn't work it. And he's a real mixed media, like texture and all that sort of stuff. Like, just has a great eye for putting patterns into stuff. And he did a whole blog post where he basically was comparing them against each other, But Frank Miller is sort of, a lot of what we think of as Frank Miller is Lynn Farley too. If you look at any of the black and white editions of the Dark Knight Returns, I mean, or that Elektra book he did, Elektra Lives Again, he did with Lynn Farley. If you look at just the inks and that, it's like Frank's barely inking anything, and all of that is watercolor done by Lynn Farley. All those backgrounds, all the effects, everything.
Okay. Well, what about John Byrne though? Because Doug Curtis says John Byrne can do no wrong, art-wise. That is. What do you guys think about these various Byrne comments that are going on here? Bullet says Byrne, he's a crazy old dude, but he has a great body of work, etc. They keep going on about it. Anybody have any opinions on John?
Nope.
No, I mean, he's great. I mean, I don't know if people are comparing any modern stuff. I haven't seen anything he's done except old school stuff.
What is that?
Holy
Is that
Dude,
thunder?
oh, thunder.
I told you.
Whoa.
Who is it that's
I
having
mean,
his
that's
thunder? By the way,
cool. Like special effects.
I am-
but
I'm
real,
at,
of course.
I'm at my dark fortress on the top of a precipice.
oh, there you go.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
do it.
Benedict.
Snake Mountain.
Now we are looking at Paulus here, and he is more visible more often than not. It comes in and out, but
that's good.
this is a killer piece he's got working on here. I really hope you can get that inked in, dude. You got yourself about 40 minutes left. Yeah, no, that's a killer looking piece, dude. I'm loving that. You see what he's doing here, Carl?
Yeah, man. Yeah, he's definitely bringing in the Frank Frazetta ink drawing, mark making. With the hatching on all the forearm muscles and stuff. Like, not hatching, but that kind of feathering in it.
Yeah,
That's
it's
great.
beautiful. Yeah.
It's badass. This is so cool, man. I love seeing people draw this.
It is cool. Benedict, you do me a favor and mute yourself, buddy.
Okay.
Yeah, you're spooking
Mute
everyone.
the sky.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's really beautiful. We're seeing a lot of killer pieces here today, as I expected. I mean, just look at the lineup we got in here today.
Don't worry, I'll start drawing soon.
Soon you will. Okay, you'll be impressed, Carl.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's gonna be lovely.
John says, consider it a free education on Rob. Well, thank you very much, Malin.
He's going to stream about Rob Liefeld and why he rocks allegedly.
Well, I understand
So-
John's defense of the guy. I get
So I
it.
explained that's going to be a very short stream.
Oh. Now, of course, we're joking here with John, guys. We don't want to get too far ahead with it. But, of course, we're very appreciative of John Malin. He's arguably done more for this indie revival than anybody. He's been very helpful of a lot of creators, and we appreciate that a lot. Now we can go back to picking on John. Go ahead.
No, that was it.
Oh, no.
That's
See,
what
now
I-
Dina's cheating again.
What is she
Why?
doing? Is she drawing big bobs?
No,
Hey, it's
she
covered
has
up
that.
by his plate.
she's got the female with him. She's cheating.
Oh, that's great though. I love that, man.
Yeah.
I've never drawn them in like there's hints to that kind of thing going on, but I've never drawn them in anything like that. That's so cool to see.
Oh no,
You just
Dina
wanna
will
pick on my
sexualize
finger.
everything. That's what she does. She's
It's
a
not
dirty girl.
sex, guys. It's romance. You
She's a-
get
she's
it,
a
get it right.
deviant.
It's romance, okay?
Is it romance?
Uh-huh.
Is that what it is? Okay. Is there any
Fix
is there a
that.
unlocked buckle, or is there a zipper in action or anything like that?
What?
That's not romance. That's just lust at that point.
I know.
Mhm,
That was
mhm.
my point. That was my joke, Brad.
Oh, that's a joke.
Yeah, Brad.
Sorry, I
God,
thought
you
that.
suck, man.
You're just
It's
the
all
worst.
right.
Get out of here, Brad.
All right.
Wait, don't leave. I love you.
Now Dina is a great artist, and
No.
I am great to see you doing. No, I am great to see you doing the male figure as well, though, because your females are just absolutely beautiful. But I like this piece a lot, Dina. It's really, really
Oh,
good.
thanks. I mean, who
Yeah, I
doesn't
love the
like
way
a barbarian and a vampire princess?
That's true.
Fully
I
cheap
like
material.
the way you drew, because that's one of the problems I always have to figure out how to solve when I draw them from a side shot is the horn always goes over the eye, and you did like a really cool mixture where you got it in with the eye, like over, like cutting through it. It's really cool looking.
Oh yeah, Dan. Dina's killer, man. She's won the show a couple times, and this is a really good piece. This is another day. It's going to be really tough. There are some really killer things being thrown down, and I have no clue who's going to win this today. And that's a great thing. I'm happy, and we've been seeing this more and more. The competition is just really stiffening up, man. That's funny. Goes to Henry says John keeps defending Rob, but Rob won't even unblock him on Twitter or Twatter. Sorry.
That's because he sticks by his boys. John's ride or die.
Yeah. No, that's true. That is true. He agrees. Yeah. Rise Gang.
That's dedication. That's true. That's true love.
Yeah, dude, it's like being in the Fast and Furious family when you get in the inner circle with Rob Liefeld.
Uh-oh.
No one got that.
All right, let me move over here to Brad.
wanna
Brad, you
drink
are being
Coronas.
white boxed. That's an interesting. You got an interesting thing going on here today, Brad. What are you going to do with that background? You usually do something dynamic. What's your plan here?
Ink.
You'll see.
Ink. Where's my freaking ink?
He is upside down, but okay. That's a great looking piece too, dude.
Sorry, dude. I'm concentrating.
Oh no, I understand.
Well, stop it.
Now, Booster, have you got anything to show us yet? Anything at all?
You like a preview?
Yeah, I'd like a preview. Yeah. I think it's time.
All right. I'll show you what I've got so far then.
Okay.
Prepare
here we go.
for the
You
horror.
guys ready? Here we
Alright.
go.
This is
All right.
what I've got so far.
All right. There's nipples in play.
I have his chest nipples.
Uh-huh.
I was concerned about one thing on this one. He does seem to have a nipple that was very strangely
People
placed.
call it a nipple, dude. I don't know. It's like a button thingy. I don't know what it does. It's just a little doohickey. It looks cool. It breaks up the symmetry.
Oh,
All
don't
right,
do that.
there you go. Got to break up that symmetry. But I can see what's going to happen. I can see what is going to happen. It's not as disturbing as I expected, though.
No?
No.
How would you like more disturbing?
Yeah,
How
you
would
need more.
how would
You got to level that up a bit. Yeah.
I gotta. All right.
There should be
I'll try.
little hairs where they shouldn't be, and there should be some homoerotic feel to it for sure. Yeah.
Oh, don't worry. It's
That's
going to get.
Mueller. That's mean.
Yes, that's exactly what it means. Yeah. But Benedict, you want to go ahead and throw it up on the camera again? I'm back over to you, dude.
Right there.
Oh wow, the shading's coming out
Laying in
nice,
the black.
dude. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, no, it's coming along. It's coming along. All right. I'll jump back over here to the beginning with Zachary, who is definitely coming along. My goodness, look what's going on in the back there. Wow, dude. Carl,
Oh, he's
dude,
getting
man.
the Emperor in.
Yeah,
dude, that looks great.
It does, man. John Diller has something to say, as usual. My draw along is sexy AF. I would vote for me if I were you. Well, it's a draw along, but nevertheless,
Yeah.
you guys can draw
Happy
along
photos
too
for
and beat
all.
the stuffing out of Mr. John Dillard by going
Wow,
over to
quick,
Twitter
and there
and
you
doing
go with the draw.
hashtag DNQFE. Hashtag
Wow,
DNQFE.
I'm
Wow.
going there right now.
Did that sound too commercially? Yeah.
Was that a bit much?
Okay, sorry. I try to keep it a little bit more edgy radio man, coming to you live from the deep field swamps near the waters of ancient Japan. Yeah.
Oh, you in Japan?
I am in Japan. Yes, I am. And
Oh,
yes, you got to mock me for that, just like everyone mocks me for everything. I mentioned history once, just once, and people lay
I
into
wouldn't. I wouldn't do that to you, Chester, would I?
me. Yes,
I
you
like
would.
history.
What was that? I like history, so do I.
Why? When you know? Ish.
Let me see here. Rise Again Comics says Brad has some hardcore. I don't know what that word is going on.
Chiaroscuro.
I don't know what that is. No clue what that is. But you got some unpronounceable word going on, Brad. So I think
It's
it's
chiaroscuro. It's kind of like what Frank Miller does, the chiaroscuro. It's like
Completely unpronounceable.
it's can you guys hear me? Is it my accent? What?
Just like, how do you even say this word?
Yeah, I know.
Chiaroscuro is that how I know?
It's some
I
alien language.
think that's how you say it.
Just can't say it.
No. Not at
Hey,
all.
you guys
No,
just
man,
ignoring how
man.
I'm trying to say it. You're gonna try to say it like me.
No, we're not going to say it at all. We're just going to
No,
let you
not
keep
at all.
stumbling
I'm not
through
even
it
gonna
because it's a
attempt
lot
it.
funnier. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. But Brad's got that thing going on. Let's see here. Bullet says you do realize we're ball busters. You get that right, Carl?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm glad you're
We're
keeping
just
up.
complete pricks over here.
Right. Bullet says you shouldn't be wasting your time on a draw along, Dillard. Oh no.
Oh.
Rise Comic says it's Deathsworn booster, not breast sworn. Sweet. But that's not as good though. That is not as good as Dragon Bone Armor. That's the
Dragon
win of the
Bone
day.
Armor.
Best one.
That's the quote. We're gonna keep that
mhm.
one. Dina
Yep.
and her
Yeah.
dragon bones.
I'm not even drawing the
Yeah.
dragon bone armor.
I know, but I'm making fun because you said boner.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
and
what it calls.
that's a sexual reference, Dina. Just so you know. But
She knows. I think she knows that.
I think she does. She
She's
does know
Chinese.
I
first.
There's
have a
1.2 billion of them. Of course they know.
That's true.
Why would I don't know?
Eric
No,
says
any man is gonna teach you those stuff really quickly.
it's okay. They're just being dirty old men.
Mhm.
Don't you worry about it. I'm the good one. Remember, I'm the good one. Okay.
You're,
Eric says
you're the
I
total
picked up.
opposite. You're disgusting.
I picked up the slack from Booster with my draw long. Ooh,
what?
shots fired.
That was just uncalled for. That hurts my feelings.
Yeah. Ghost says it's going to be Ezra Sworn. I'm sure. Of course it is. Need more Ezra. Rise Again Comic says, I always thought those little circle things on DS were for oxygen cables or life support for space. Well, what do you say, Carl?
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
It is now.
It is. There you go. Teresa Martin is in here clapping. Excellent. John Dillard is continuing. He says, at Bullet, well, I started a half hour ago and I'm finished 5 minutes ago. Well, there you go, John. You're super awesome. And I'm sure it will be awesome. There will be feet involved. People will be basically naked and there will be a lot of rope and bondage involved. I'm sure. Bullet says, I had no idea Chester was from Japan. He never mentions it. See? This is the love I get, Carl. This is the love I get. I take time out of my day for
Are you
these
from
damn
Japan
people.
or do you live in Japan?
No,
He's a big weeaboo.
Yeah, I know. I am
He's the
not. I
biggest
married a
weeaboo now.
Japanese woman and brought my family over here.
That's pretty weebish.
That's weebish.
Well, I'm not gonna say anything because I don't want to like get
No,
karate
no,
chopped.
weebs never managed to
What?
marry the Japanese women. They just end up stuck in Japan.
Oh,
They just try
they
and
marry
then
that
they don't
girl.
get stay. That's what a weeb is. So he's not a weeb because he get to stay, and he doesn't even understand what is a yandere or a tsundere. So he's not a weeb.
Huh?
See?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, there you go.
How's that? Let's see. Scott said, "Yeah, Chester, I wanted to ask you, can you read Japanese?" Yes, I can. I've been here for most of my adult life. I would be kind of an asshole if I couldn't. Let's see. Kenny Kodiak says, "Does Japan have swamps?" Sure, they do. Of course. Let's see. Joe says, Shirosukuro. It's great. Churros. I love churros. See, now I can go with that. John Diller says, it's pronounced chiaroscuro. Well, thank you, John.
Yep.
That was pretty nice. Let's see. Pixel says 2 weeks from tonight, it's breakfast cereal mascot night, and also possibly episode 50. Possible. Really good job, Pixel. Thank you. Boner. Yes, that's right, Eric. Boner. Dina is drawing Gone with the Sworn, and it's cool. She is doing Gone with the Sworn, dude. I love that. That
No,
is very-
she's drawn. Dina's drawn Deathsworn.
That's
Ah.
Hey,
Oh,
hey.
there you go.
Yeah, let's see.
He's the man, he
Get
got the ladies. That's the male fantasy, and probably most female fantasy too. You just won't admit it.
They are we getting into lesbian territory now, Dina?
No,
I
she's
think so.
No,
oddly
I'm
angry that
talking
we
about-
all like.
I'm talking about man wants to be that
Okay, I'm
alpha, and
finished.
all woman wants to be with that alpha. Even they
Alpha.
don't admit it.
Oh,
Alpha.
no. Most of them do. Yeah. It's only a few screechy ones, about 8%. The rest of the women are
Oh,
just
they
fine.
want it, they can't get it. That's why they screech. You know,
Possibly.
that's woman for you.
Possibly. So basically, what Dina is saying is all the noisy women in the world simply need to get laid. I get you. I'm
Mhm.
with you on that.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah, it makes a lot of
Okay.
sense. Makes a lot of sense. Scott says, I'm married for 26 years and I want everyone to have a happy ending with every piece of my art, too. I'm just saying, you want people to
Is he
have
coming over to
feelings
give it?
for your art,
Yeah.
Dina. Okay.
Mhm.
You guys suck. What? Chester lives in Japan. I had no idea. You truly suck. Okay. That makes Chester a Chad. I am not a Chad. Be so mean to me.
Chester, Chad is a compliment.
Okay,
Yeah.
I am a Chad. I don't know what's a Chad.
Chad is the one who get the girl.
Oh, I
Yeah.
am a
Incel
Chad.
white
Yeah,
boy is
that's
the
true.
one who doesn't get it.
Yes, I have
But
gotten
you're
many
not
girls
high
in my
level.
life.
Probably he is high level enough to be a meek. What
Am
you guys
I?
say?
Am I a meme?
No, a meek.
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 I mean, you are a
I'm-
meme.
I don't think I'm
Yeah.
very meek. Booster's meek.
No. You don't get it. You gotta look up online. Then you'll understand what a meek means. It's the highest level of being a Chad.
Wow, I really don't understand this younger generation, Brad. I really don't.
Dude, yeah. No, I don't get it either.
Just look it up on the Urban Dictionary.
No, I'm okay. Thank you.
I learned it from there. You know, you can learn so much from the Urban Dictionary.
This is not the good place for you.
Don't tell me you learned the language from Urban Dictionary because you might.
Because
It's
I
not
don't get
probably
it,
the
so
best
I
way.
have to look it up.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I
though.
get you.
Yeah. And now Rise.
Isn't Urban Dictionary just like jokes and like slang and shit?
It's it's like
Slang.
if you want to know what a rusty trombone is, that kind of thing.
What's a rusty trombone?
No idea.
Rusty trombone is when they earmuffs for those who are sensitive. It's when they give you a hand job from the front while you lick your ass in the back.
Oh,
Ew, what the heck?
Yeah. Why? Why
just
are
happened?
we licking asses anyway?
I don't know. That's just
Why wouldn't you?
unsanitizing.
What are you talking about? I'm with Dina on this. That's unsanitary. I agree, Dina.
Wrong in so many levels.
Trombone. I love it.
Yeah, rusty trombone. I mean, Urban Dictionary. I mean, it helps you out.
I've never even heard of
Sure.
the Urban Dictionary.
Oh shit.
helping someone out. Yeah.
Eh,
Or a frothy walrus.
Don't even. That's enough of that. I'm nixing that right there.
Hey, wait,
all
what
of a
the
sudden,
what
this
Spider-Man
become
is?
an XXX level channel.
Oh shit.
Yeah, right, Dina. I'm actually with Dina on this, and Dina's usually the one who's the dirtiest too. Goodness
It's
gracious,
It's
generous
not really my
reach
fault.
around.
You blame the man.
Oh, always. It's always the man's fault. It's
It's
true.
always the man's fault.
It always man's fault. Now you guys get yourself about let's call it 15. Let's see, 10, 20. You got about 25 minutes left. So if you got it to get get it on. And Howl Comics is well ahead on this, dude. Karl, look at this that he's got going on, dude. Look at that.
Yeah. It's badass.
It is
I love
badass,
it.
dude.
I love the foreshortening. The great tones are great. Sweet. I love it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Now I was going to
Thanks for
move
that
over to
reference, Charlie.
Paulus here, but Paulus has shut his camera off for some reason. What's going on, Paulus?
I don't know. I don't even know how to get back in.
Maybe just drop
am I-
out and come back in. Usually that solves it. Just drop
Alright.
out and just come back in with a link.
All right, let me see if I can do that.
I will come back to you, but I'll just jump over to Dina as she's getting her inks in. It's really starting to look cool, Dina. Let's see here. Now Eric says tell what a Cleveland steamer is next. Then the Dirty Sanchez. Maybe we shall
I
not.
think we all know what Dirty Sanchez
Shall
is.
Let's not. Yeah.
Are we gonna do
never,
a,
never
You
ask
let men
anyone
talk,
to
so they
explain
start
to you what
having
the
that.
euphemism for a steamer is.
Well,
Cleveland steamer for me is completely lost in translation. There's something, there's the geographical reference. I just don't get it.
I'm an American
Oh,
and
that's
I
not
don't get it
necessary.
either, so I don't know what to tell you.
All right.
so we're
I'm
not
Googling.
doing a D&Q Urban Dictionary?
No,
No.
we're not. Especially after your rusty trombone. I mean, come on.
Sorry. Just educating.
Yeah, that's true. Educational. That's what we do here on Drawn Along Fan Edition. We educate you in the various finer things of life. I do appreciate you all for coming here. Do keep in mind that all comments and statements made by our artists are not necessarily endorsed by the management. Just so you know.
Perfect.
The boss is not going to be happy.
No. Just hope my wife isn't watching. Oh goodness.
Anyway, I'm done.
Next question is: do you want to try the Cleveland steamer?
I'm done, Chester.
Booster
Oh,
has threatened
no.
us with being done. Okay, you're
Yeah.
gonna have to blow that up to a little bit more full page, but I'm coming over. Here we go. Here we go.
All right. This is
I don't even get the reference. What's Ezra?
Ezra Miller.
It's Ezra-
Ezra Miller.
He's an actor. He played Flash in DC. He's an ultra flamboyant, feminine gay man, and Booster's
Yeah.
in love with him. That's basically the deal.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, ooh, take me,
I
Ezra
recognize
Sworn.
him now.
Ew, no way.
Perfect casting.
Perfect
This is the
casting.
first
Absolutely.
official concept art for the Deathsworn movie, starring
Yep.
Ezra Miller.
There you go. There you
Oh
go.
boy.
It's
You know,
happening.
He literally, and this is eyewitness account, he literally prances. Literally. It is impressive.
Well, he
It's
couldn't
so
run as the
pure.
Flash. Remember, he was the Flash,
He
right?
was
He
so
was like,
wonky. What was that? What I mean, how as a director do you sit there, see the way he's running, and say, "Yep, that's good. Wrap it." I mean, that was
Look
wonky.
at me go.
No, he was like
That
flapping
was
his
like
arms like some
squishy.
weird duck. I don't know what was going on. It was weird.
Well, I think
thought
they
he
tried
was
to make
trying
him
to-
run in slow motion.
No, I think they were trying to make him kind of run. I think they were trying to look at the Speed Force as almost like a medium you can move through, like air was a medium, like it was like swimming, like you have different motions for your arm to try to cup more water and swim faster and better. And I think they were trying to give that to him, like with all his motions and his, like he was swinging his hands in weird ways and stuff. It looked weird, man.
It was really not good. But then again, that movie was a absolute tragedy. But it is what it is. Eric says, Dina, that mouth on Deathsworn is great. I do believe it's called Deathsworn, but nevertheless, the whole piece looks great. I agree, dude. It is really good Dina piece today, as is everybody. Everyone's killing it. Let's see here. Charlie says, I would have found it a little bit funnier if Ezra Swan still had the helmet. Well, Booster
how
is a
would you know
little
it's
bit under
Ezra?
the weather. He's video game fatigued. Do forgive him.
It's true. I've got the shakes. I just want to go back and play Fire Emblem. That's all I
Yes.
want to do right now.
That's true. Yeah. Now, John Diller says, okay, where do I post my sexy Deathsworn? Well, thank you for that transition, John. If you guys are drawing along, and we hope that you are, definitely go over to
I'm
Twitter.
glad you asked.
I'm glad you asked. Definitely go over to Twitter and put it in there to hashtag DNQFE. Once again, that is hashtag DNQFE. And we will take a look at that at the end of the show after we have our show poll put up and you guys are voting. How was that? Was that good? Was that radio-y enough?
You do have
That
a
was
radio
okay.
voice.
Do I? You
Yeah.
didn't
He's
tell me
the
that.
jazz player, so
you
he can
almost
sing.
you almost have a kind of George Takei kind of voice. That's why I asked you about the Japan thing.
Ooh.
Okay, so now you're just
Oh,
kicking me in the
my.
nuts now. That's what that's about. Huh?
Mhm.
Well, I was scared. I thought you knew karate or something.
Well, I
He
was,
do worse.
yeah,
No,
I
he's
was
a white guy. He knows nothing.
That's right. I know
Mhm.
nothing,
Oh
but I was a
my.
bouncer
He
for
ripped
12
out
years.
people's ears and poked out eyeballs.
Say oh my. Do the oh my thing. Chester.
Oh my!
That was like a pantomime version of him. That was like the Ezra Miller trying to play George.
All
Takei.
right, fine. Oh my! How's that? Oh my!
Yeah, that was spot on. That's perfect.
There you go. All right.
We should definitely cast Ezra Miller to play George Takei. He is a little Asian looking.
He
He's
is
got
a
those
little
squinty
Asian,
little eyes
yeah.
going, his beady little
He
eyes.
does. Yeah.
It might have something to
Ezra
do with
Miller?
him being on his polyamorous goat farm. I think there's probably something about that
Yeah.
that tweaks your eyes. You know,
Yeah.
them goats, right? Whew.
I
Oof.
mean, if they keep squirting in your eyes, yeah.
Yeah, it's probably.
Yeah, it's the fumes, the
Yeah.
smell.
Yeah, it's a,
At the
Ah,
beginning,
God.
before I know he is a weirdo, I thought he was a mixed boy because he looked kind of Asian.
He does
Mm.
have a little bit of the Asian look. That's true. But he's not just a weird boy. He is bizarre.
That's why I'm
and
He
so
is very
obsessed
proud
with
of
him. He's
being
just
a queer.
You ever see that movie The Room with Tommy Wiseau?
yeah.
Oh no, that guy.
He's like that, but in human form. He's just so
That was
strange.
so mean.
Yeah. Well, you know, him being a very flamboyant, gay is not the issue. Actually, it's the other stuff. I mean, he's that whole polyamorous goat farm thing. I'm not kidding. It's not a joke. It's actually real. Right? We did a full article on it on the
That was amazing.
fan speak, and it was wow, dude. Eric says, Chester, on the Pro Edition, the pros pick their favorite draw along. Well, we do that here, you as well. Maybe we'll make it more official. What I'll do this week is we'll have Karl choose his favorite draw along. How's that?
Yeah, that wouldn't be fair. I would just pick Turtle Rabbit Fox every time. So
You would, yeah. We'll let the guests do it.
Yeah.
Though. It's a good point, though, Eric. A good point.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
a better idea. Yeah, you can crush someone's dreams live on air, Karl. How does that sound?
There you go.
Man, I just saw the stuff that Walloween posted on Twitter. Oh my god, dude. This stuff's
Oh yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah, no, we love the draw along here, dude. We've had several guys from the draw along come on to the show. Let's see here. Joe Maroney says, "Isn't that a Frank Zappa song? The polyamorous goat farm of George and Ezra." It might well be, dude. I actually saw Frank Zappa once. I was at the Blue Earth Festival, and I was playing at that, and I saw him over in the corner. The ladies like Frank Zappa, just so you know. He had a lot of ladies around him.
He was a Chad.
He was, yeah, he was. And it's funny because I was sitting on stage, and I was before I went on the band I was playing with, and I was actually speaking to Stevie Ray Vaughan, and you would think he would be a killer lady magnet as well, but there were no women around him at all. It's freaking Stevie Ray Vaughan, man. That guy could drink anyone under the table. Of course, he's dead now. But nevertheless, but he had no women around him all. Frank Zappa was the absolute magnet, dude.
Is he have a charisma or something?
I don't know. I didn't talk to him. I saw him. I didn't speak to him at all.
And you feel something?
I'm not a homosexual, Dina.
No. Hey, gosh, it's not like that. Not everyone is like Booster.
That's true.
You can feel a little bro love for a dude. It's not gay.
No homo.
No, I'm just saying, people, certain
Yeah,
type of
just say
people have
that.
the
Keep saying that.
atmosphere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The atmosphere, you get close to them, you can sense something.
Yeah.
Are they
No.
good? Are they bad? Or they have
I
that
just-
kind of
I
charisma?
was busy at the time I saw him, so I didn't bother to go over because I
Oh.
could have went over. I mean, and said hello, I suppose. I'd never met him before. I didn't know who he was.
Saying the gays have like a tingly aura.
That's what she's saying, yeah. But actually, I was happy at that same event because I had met Stevie before, and he's a really nice fella, actually. Actually, at that same event was Santana, and I actually said hello to him and chatted with him a bit, and he's a really nice guy too. I was very young at the time, so I was kind of getting that, the older musicians supporting the young generation thing, which is cool. But Santana was a nice guy, but I didn't speak to Frank. Nope. It's the only time I saw him too, because I did a bunch of events over that course of that 3-year period where I was part of that circuit, and I never saw him again. It was just that one event actually.
I've never met a celebrity.
Oh well,
How much time we got left? Sorry.
you have exactly 15 minutes.
Oh, okay. Still got a little bit time.
You do. You
Thanks.
do. Now, usually, even if I go over, I usually cut it at the 110, but I'm seeing what we got going on today, so I'm going to take it to the exact 2-hour period, which is 15 past the hour. Ghost of Henry says Stevie Ray was ugly as sin. Yeah, he wasn't a very pretty guy, but damn, you watch that guy play guitar. Whew, man. It
Oh,
just
where did Paulus go?
I don't know. I hope he comes back because he had a great piece
Uh-oh.
working there, dude. John Daly
Yeah.
says, if I win the draw along, do I get a seat on the fan edition? Ah.
No. Never.
Hey, Scott says, I am
You're
friends
in
with
the
Gino
pro
from Beastie
level.
Boys.
Go with the
Awesome,
pro,
dude.
man.
Yeah, I never met those guys. They were real hot when I was young, though. I met the Black
Oh,
Crowes. Of course, you couldn't. I don't think they would recall it because they were probably the most drunk group I've ever seen good on stage. But they kicked ass though. But they were like barely standing drunk. I was shocked. Um, let's see here. Busby, I'm really curious about Carl's opinion on Dillard's piece. Well, we're going to get to it. We're going to get to it at the end of the show. We got 14 minutes left, and we will definitely get over there. Brian says Chester played at events with Frank Zappa and Stevie Ray Vaughan. Good grief. How old is Chester? I'm old. Yes, I do apologize. I am, but I met a lot of the old people because I was real lucky. I was a young kid playing with pro level stuff, and so therefore I got that. I got that kid musician thing, and I think it probably applies everywhere. Probably the same with artists, but the older professionals they really want to support the young generation. So if you're a kid that's really good at something, those professionals will be very friendly to you. They'll support you. They'll hold you up, right? And I was very very fortunate to be part of that. Yeah. I'm assuming same with the artist,
Yeah.
right? If you're a really good young artist and some pro sees you, they kind of going to give you that extra love, right?
In comics, no.
No.
On here with John Mayle and everybody, yeah. In comics, no.
Really?
No, they just like we are the only one. It's kind of like
Wow, that's unfortunate.
seen his-
No. Actually, I said just a few minutes ago, I was like, I never met a celebrity.
Mhm.
When I started going cons before I started tabling or anything, the local artists that like were pros
Mhm.
were like celebrities for me, man. Like I just
Sure.
thought these guys were like, I would freeze up in front of these guys, and now it's like I'm so like it's like I don't know. It's like
You're thinking of it wrong. They're your competition.
I see.
Mhm.
it's
See,
not that.
that's
It's
the
like this
problem.
kind of great idea of like, oh, gonna get
I
to
don't know. I
Marvel
don't
and
care
be
about
with these
famous people
guys.
anymore.
Well,
It's not there
yeah,
no more.
I think my my happiest moment as far as celebrity goes, when I was about 5, I guess. I was sitting with my grandpa and we were watching the Ed Sullivan Show. And they had on Charlie Parker and Dizzy Gillespie were sitting there doing a bebop thing with a big band behind them, and it absolutely enamored me. And I begged my family for I don't know a lot, and until they bought me a saxophone. That's how I started playing saxophone. And then later, when I was like 17 or 16, when I was 16 years old, I was playing the JVC Jazz Festival with the Rhode Island Youth Stage Band, and Dizzy Gillespie came and sat down with us for an hour and just talked music with us. It was the coolest thing ever, dude. Because that's one of my heroes. That's one of my musical heroes is Dizzy, and he was so cool, and he was just so down to earth. He was so happy and excited to see young people doing jazz and yada yada yada. But that was a really cool moment for me, man. Benedict, can you show us what you got going on there, dude? And
I want to have a moment with someone.
I think the storm killed him.
maybe it did.
No.
Yeah. No, he's here. He's here.
Oh,
Lurking.
yeah,
There
right.
it is. There it is. All right. Oh yeah, dude, it's coming along
Alright.
for sure, dude.
Yep.
Nice. Very
Yeah,
nice.
Those black look great.
Yeah, no,
There's a lot I
absolutely.
want to do with
It
it.
looks hefty.
So
Well, just keep in
there's
mind.
a lot that I'm going to be doing with it, but for now I just have to focus on the character.
Well, yeah, that's cool, dude. And just we'll go through the voting stuff, but just keep in mind, any of you guys who don't finish like Jiminy does it all the time. That just go ahead and drop it on the fan speak when you're done with it, so everybody can see it, right? And on Twitter in general, I guess. But yeah, no, absolutely. Let me catch up with the chat here. Paula says his phone died. Damn it. Well, put it on some, put it in the refrigerator for a minute and come on back. And if you can't, just send the piece to me and Twitter or something, and or a booster will try to take a look at it. The real Dr. Venkman says, "You are all super old." Well, thank you very much. And I do see you're emulating a very old person as well.
I'm just a little boy.
Yes, I know you are. Eric says, Brian Hawkins Chester is only a year older than me, so don't you dare call him old or I'll beat you down. Lol. All right, thank you.
Okay.
Oh, goodness gracious. Junkyard Dunn says, I worked as a bodyguard for GACT before. Nothing outside of local celebs for me. There you go. Yeah, I was a bouncer for a long time, but I was in strip clubs. No celebrities at all. Like, literally never. Just strippers.
Huh.
Yeah, they wouldn't be caught dead in there, dude.
No, I guess not. Yeah, just that's and if you
Those
haven't worked in
those gay strip clubs you worked in, dude. Yeah,
I worked in one. I did work
that
in
would
one. I
kill.
did work in one. Yeah, and they tip really well, and therefore because I get a percentage
They're
of
the
I'm
tips,
best.
sure
right?
they put the tip in.
They're
really
the best
well,
tippers.
They are, dude.
Mhm.
Because as a bouncer, you
Just the
get a
tip.
share of the tips from the strippers
Yep.
and the bar as well. So I mean, a gay bar, man, you get bank in there, dude. Let me see. Eric Hawkins says, Ed Sullivan, good grief, Chester. There's no way you are only a year older than me, Lal. Must be like 10 years older. Well, there is a thing called syndication, right? But yeah, no, I used to watch Ed Sullivan with my grandpa all the time. Rise Again Comics, I remember when I was sitting on my grandpa's lap, near the oil lamp, listening to our radio plays. Well, thanks, guys. Thanks. See, this is what I get for sharing. I will not share with you ever again.
True, you do it every
What a
week,
good idea. Yeah.
Yeah,
whether we want to or not. Hear it.
right. Bullet says Chester invented the Punch and Judy. Oh well. Eric says Chester, please stop saying tip.
Tip.
Okay, tip.
Just the tip.
Just the tip. Anyway, guys, we have
yeah, Chester, we're gonna have to find a picture of you in one of those Negro like one of those blackface bands and blackmail you with it.
Oh,
yeah, no, I never did none of that, dude. Yeah.
what?
I don't imagine any respectable guy has for probably about, I don't know, 70, 80 years.
Well, I'm not that
What a
old. I
clarification.
mean,
Wow.
Where did this come from?
I don't
Yeah,
know,
you
dude.
just came out swinging.
Yeah. 5 minutes late, Chester shares life story. Well, thank you very much, Uncanny. But I'm not that old, guys. I am 49 years old. That is not old. That is middle aged.
Yeah.
Hey, you could be my dad.
Yes, I could. I have a son.
Adopt
I
me,
have a
dude.
daughter your age, actually. Yes.
Or his daddy.
Mhm.
Be my
His
daddy.
daughter's pretty hot. She's single.
Brad.
What?
I don't want to. I'm not talking. He knows karate, dude.
I do.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, I do.
He can pull people's ear off from their head, so don't mess with
It's
the old
true.
man.
Told
We all
you
know
that was
his
an
story.
accident. Goodness gracious.
He accidentally ripped someone's
Yeah,
ear
John, we
eye
need to
off.
get Chester's
Accidentally
daughter
rip
married off.
someone's ear off.
Yeah.
We don't need to marry Chester's daughter off. That is not part of the conversation, Brad. Thank you very much. And for some reason, Bullet says Ted Danson. Why? Why? Well, this took a strange turn. Yeah, well, it always does, doesn't it? I'm surprised you're saying it the first time now. Dina started out with Dragon Boner. That was like the first thing said on the show today.
Fan edition, boys.
It's not my fault. That's what he draws, a dragon boner armor. It's not my fault they named it that on Skyrim.
Oh no,
Oh, Dina,
it's lovely, isn't it?
love you.
Yep. Booster, you do me a favor and keep an eye on Paulus, please.
I will.
Thank you. Dillard keeps saying stuff. He says, Chester, do you have a daughter my age too? No, I don't. Bullet says, that Chinese he ate didn't last long. Oh, God. John Dillard says, everyone, Chester is handing out daughters. No, I'm not.
Oh no.
Remember, half American, half Asian.
Ah, goodness gracious, yes. I only have 2 children that I know of, okay?
Oh no.
Oh no.
5 minutes, guys.
Must have
5
been a
minutes.
wild life being a trombone player.
Saxophone. Saxophone.
Whatever.
Diana Rigg is going to be Diana Rigg is going to be contacting him, letting him know that her son is his son.
I didn't get that at all, dude. You'll have to elaborate.
Diana Rigg is going to be calling you, letting you know that you're the baby daddy.
What is a Diana Rigg? I don't know this person.
I don't know. That's
Diana
not
Rigg.
old a reference.
Have you ever seen the old like British spy show, The Avengers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Emma Peel was Diana Rigg.
Oh, okay.
That's a really elaborate, long-winded way to call Chester old.
Yeah, it is. That was pretty deep. Yeah, I think I would have just gone with Betty White or something. It would have been cleaner. But trombone. No, Eagle. Don't see you, Carl. I'm blaming you for that. You put that in Eagle 43's mind, and he will not let it go. I know him. Well, Dina, this is such a good piece today.
I'm sorry, trombone is the official instrument of the fan edition now.
Trombone, saxophone, whatever. At least it wasn't a rusty. Oh God. Okay.
Dear Lord, just forgive them
I
for their sin and
do.
their trespass.
I do. El Guapo Comics. Hey, how you doing? He says, "Nice work tonight, artist." And do the Houdini. Is this another sexual thing? God.
No.
Houdini is the master, though.
Yeah, but I think they're twisting it. There's some kind of Urban Dictionary metaphor going on. I am sure. Bullet
Hey,
says,
Booster, did you see Ryan's post for DQFE tonight?
I don't believe so. Was
I think you have competition, buddy.
Ryan or?
Yeah.
Everyone's trying to steal my bit. Do you mean Eric Scott Hawkins?
No, Jay Ryan.
Jay Ryan. Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, they're all.
You got some serious competition now, man.
I don't care for it.
Whatever. You're just jealous.
You're jealous.
No,
Bullet
I'm good,
says,
thanks.
so Chester can hold his breath for a long time. I can, actually, but I don't know what that has to do with anything. People are saying hello to El Guapo, and then Turtle Rabbit decides to end the night with incredible amounts of disgustingness, and he says, oh, I just lost it. Oh yeah, he says Dragon Tramboner armor. Okay, thank you.
I'm sorry to bring up that armor, but that's what it is. Just go look it up. I'm not making it up.
So Star Storyteller says, Chester, if you had any other children, child support would have found you. They don't F around. Well, I do live in a foreign country, in a little village.
Well, the thing is, if it is in Japan, their woman actually are a strong, independent woman. If she doesn't like that man that will make her pregnant, she doesn't want a dime from that man. She'll just raise the child herself. Is a real woman. Instead of here in America, they'll be like, I'm a strong, independent woman. You pay child support now, or sue to your last penny.
you
That
go.
is not a strong independent.
Wow, okay.
That is not. That is
It
not.
is.
That sounds like a little
Real
bit of
tired
pent up
of white
rage.
women.
It's okay. Brian Hawkins says, I'm so glad I was off work tomorrow so I could watch tonight. This is awesome. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it, dude. There is really killer art going on here. I'm really sad that Brad isn't going to be able to finish this though, because we have literally a minute left. But he will finish it eventually. And
Good.
Rise Again Comics says Houdini is when you get her from behind and then leave your pal takes over, then you go outside the window and wave at her.
What the? I'm so confused.
Oh
Don't
yeah,
even,
no,
don't,
I know that. That
don't
was
even
an
think
old
about it. Don't even think
Patrice
about it.
O'Neill bit.
Yeah.
People are weird.
People are.
Have you ever heard about the Angry Pirate?
Oh, the Angry Pirate. Oh, rest in peace, Patrice O'Neill. We need him today.
Oh, dude.
I do think I
Doesn't
need to
sound
move
like
things
Booster
along. And
wants
you
to
know what?
try
It's
a lot of
perfect
these.
timing as we're getting into this absolute debauched conversation because we're at the end of our show. It is 15 minutes past. We have been going 2 hours and we have got some killer stuff here, guys. I do appreciate all the artists and I appreciate all you guys. And what I'm going to do is call it here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put your pencils down, erasers, stylus, whatever else you have, and we are done, guys. Now, of course, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to look at each piece of art very clearly so you can make your decision. And after we're done with that, Booster is going to go ahead and drop that straw poll. And then we will go look at the draw along. Now, do keep in mind, if you are
is-
drawing along, the hashtag DNQFE, hashtag DNQFE. And Booster has something to say.
I can't find Paulus. Do I
You-
take him off the poll or what do I do? I'd hate to take him off the poll, but if we can't really find him, and if everyone votes for him, it's going to be a real.
Well, let me
Oh.
let me check a couple places real quick. Well, I don't want to do that. What am I doing?
With
Let me
the
come back over here. Let me check real quick and see if I can find. Maybe he sent me a Twitter or something like that. Just give me a second, guys, and because we definitely that was a great piece he was working on. We don't want it to be not up. Let's see.
yeah,
Ooh,
exactly. That'll be
ooh,
that'd really
look at
suck. We
these
just kind
straw
of
log.
abandon
These
him.
guys are killing it, dude.
Isn't it crazy today?
It is crazy, man. But let me go into my messages. Is where I need to be. No, he didn't send me anything any there. Let's go take a look at the Discord, and I don't see anything in there. Well, Polish, if you're listening along, either send it to my Twitter or send it to the Discord. You can put it in the Discord, probably be the easiest thing, and I will grab it, and or Booster will grab it and show it to the. So if you're listening, if you still hear us, please do that. But the draw along is badass tonight, dude. All right, let me come back over here, and I'm going to start going through it though. So I'm going to start over here with Benedict. So Benedict, let's see what you got drawn here tonight.
I'm scanning it right now.
You're scanning it. Okay. Well, just hold it up for now, though. So we. Oh, you can't. You're scanning it. I get it. I'll come back to you. No, don't worry about it. Let me go to the other side then. All right, guys. Let's start with. I see he's in the chat, so just drop it on my Twitter or something like that. Or actually, Discord would be better because then Booster can handle showing it. So put it on the Discord. But anyway, guys, we're gonna start over here with Zachary. Now, Zach, damn, dude. That is a really good piece you got there. Could you
Yeah,
blow it up a little bit so we can kind of zoom in slow for us, please?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Slow. All slow like.
Oh yeah,
Love
that's
that.
real nice.
I was watching him
really
when he
good.
started adding the all the textures in, all those little like the noise and stuff over the grays. It was so cool.
It is cool, dude. That is a really killer piece, Zach. And you're right. You had talked about how you did the Mayor McCheese, of course. It is very different looking, but it's still badass, dude. That is beautiful piece. So if you guys like what Zach has done, definitely go over to Straw Poll and vote for him, okay? Moving on next, we have Trusty Sidekick. Very happy to have you back. Look at the clean lines on that. It's not 100% clean finished, but it is really close.
I love this. This is so cool.
Yeah.
This is
I
the
made you
perfect
look bad.
image. If I ever had like a He-Man type Deathsworn toy where it was that pullback arm swing action, the power punch.
Yeah.
This would be the artwork on the box to show that. It's so cool looking. I love it.
It is cool. It
Thanks.
is really good. Very clean
Very good.
thing.
Very clean. Yeah.
Yeah, it's super clean.
Yeah.
And of course, all of you guys who weren't able to completely finish today, definitely finish the pieces up and drop them on Twitter, drop them on Fanspeak, so everybody can see it, please. These are really cool pieces. But if you guys like what Trusty Sidekick is doing here today, then definitely go into the poll and vote for him, please. All right, coming down here, we have the Howl Comics, and damn, dude.
Badass.
Yeah, go ahead, Carl.
I love
yeah.
that
keep
gun.
your
I
commentary
just
going,
love
dude.
that trombone. I
Like,
love that foreshortening, man.
trombone. Yes, I get it. Yeah, that
The
is a beautiful
foreshortening is
piece.
so cool.
It is very cool, dude. I love the skull shatter too, man. It's gorgeous, and all the little
Bam.
hairs on the creature he's killed too. It's awesome. Yeah, very sweet. But if you guys like what the Howl Comics is doing, definitely go vote for him in the straw poll, guys. Beautiful piece. Moving down here, we got Dina, and Dina is she killed it again as usual. What do you think
Yep.
about this, Carl?
Let me click on it. Wait, oh, it's all robot net. It's potato on it.
Actually,
I see
I
it.
got it pretty clear. Oh, there goes the potato. There it goes.
Yeah, I'm
But
looking at it in the Hangouts window, so I can click in it and see a full. No, that I love that. It's great. I've always wanted to kind of do that because that's definitely like a bit of the story, and I've never gone around to it. So yeah, I love seeing that. That's awesome.
yeah, it is a beautiful piece as usual. Dina does women really well, but I think
Yeah, I was
the
hoping she would draw her because
yeah.
I saw her. I remember seeing her Lady Alchemy stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
and
yeah.
I was like, oh, I want her to draw. She better draw that because they have like this similar Eastern European sort of features. I try to give them.
She
Yeah.
looks like a vampire. She's the goth queen.
She is. That's
Yeah.
right. But if you guys like what Dina has done, then definitely go over to the straw poll and vote for her. Let's continue moving down here. We got Brad. Brad didn't finish, but what he's got is really nice, though. So what do you think about this, Carl?
That's awesome. That looks like the gladiator arena from the
Yeah.
Mhm.
first flash on the page in Captivium. And he's about to start laying into some people underneath. I love it. It's great.
Yeah. Well, I really can't
I
wait to
remember
see
I
what
saw
this is
the
done.
yeah, well, I remember when we clicked on I mean, it seems like ages ago now, but and it was just the inks, just all the dark inks. And then he started taking out the grays, and I was like, oh, it just started coming to life.
Yeah, I know. And when this is done, it's going to have so much depth to it. Brad does such a great job with that. But if you guys like what Brad is doing here, then definitely vote for him in the straw poll, please. Now, before I go over, I see Paulus has come back. Paulus, would you like to share your screen, or I'll just show what Booster's got? I'll just do what Booster's got.
I'm showing it right now.
Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah,
It works.
this is fine. So this is what Paulus has. Great piece. I definitely see the Frazetta that you were talking about, Carl.
Yeah, definitely. And I love Frasetta's ink stuff, and it just has that opacity to the grays, where to the inks, where it's like it's not pure black. There's all this kind of gray in it. I love it. It's like a really brutal version of Deathsworn as well.
Yeah, it is. It's ferocious. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a really nice piece, Wallace. And of course, I'll come over here and see what he's doing as well. On his, very clear. Ooh, that's even better. Look at that. Yeah, that is killer, dude. Really good piece for Paulus. So if you guys like what Paulus is doing, definitely vote for him in the straw poll, guys. And then, of course, let me come over to our last entry for today. And he has scanned it for us. Thank you very much. This is Benedict's piece. So what do you think, Carl?
Let me click. Oh, it's not. Awesome. Yeah, man, that reminds me of the toys so much. It has that great, like, just I wanted them built like I told my friend, just make them like He-Man toys, and it has that great anatomy. I love it.
Yeah, that is very cool.
Those shadows of the horns on the thing, I've never thought of that. I'm gonna steal that. The way you did the shadows coming down on the shoulders of the horns. That's a great idea. I've never done that.
Idea. That is cool. I didn't even notice that till you mentioned that. It is cool. Yeah, all
I
right.
know,
Well,
that's like, yeah, that's crazy.
well, if you guys like what Benedict is doing here, then definitely go vote for him in the straw poll. Now, let me come back and show real quick one more time. This is Zach's piece. This is Trusty's piece. This is the Howl Comics piece. This is Paulus. This is Dina. This is Brad. And this is Benedict. So what's going to happen right now is Booster is going to drop that straw poll, and then we are going to go over and take a look at the draw along. And if you have been drawing along, you haven't put it in there, no problem. Just go over to Twitter and put in hashtag DNQFE and let us see what you got going on. So there you go. Booster is dropping that straw poll. Definitely get in there and vote, guys.
It
And
is currently dropping.
you are dropping it. All right, then. So, Booster, we'll go ahead and bring up. I saw a little preview. This is killer today. Go ahead and bring up that draw along, dude. Let's take a look at it.
Alrighty. Let's have a wee look at the DNQFE. I'm just going to refresh this page. See. Alright, that seems to be all of them. So let's start from the beginning. So first one for today, I believe, is this one here from Al Rodman's Flash. I think he only did one today.
Wow. He must have been busy.
That is so unlike him.
It is, dude.
That's awesome. Huh?
That is
That's
awesome.
another that reminds me of. It has that Frazetta influence, but reminds me more of Fire and Ice, the movie.
Oh yeah,
Style.
yeah.
But isn't
Yeah,
that
it looks
is
like
Frazetta?
yeah.
that's
But
Frazetta.
I mean, like that kind of. But it's Frazetta,
Animated.
but it has that kind of animated feel to it.
Yeah. They have
That
real
is
life
really
models
nice.
to do it.
And who is that again?
It did. It was
That's El
rotoscope,
Rodimus,
yeah.
right? That's El Rodimus.
Oh, our boy
Yeah.
Al Rodman's Flash.
Yeah.
Star Storyteller.
Star Storyteller drawn along. Excellent.
Nice.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Done our vampire chickie.
That's good. I don't think we've seen her do a draw along before, have we?
I think she has a couple of times. Yeah.
It's awesome though.
Yeah, I like that. That's really cute.
Next we have Eric Hawkins is trying to steal my bits.
Eric, my sweet Booster, I'm going to Deathsworn that booty. Oh no.
Whew, I'm heating up a little here. I'm not gonna lie. It's getting a little saucy.
But I have to say, Eric, you made him more Asian than he is, though.
Yeah, he's looking very Asian here.
Yeah,
you
he's
need to
looking
mess
about-
up his nose a little.
Well, I'm kind
He
of
has a very
thinking,
bum nose.
is it Ezra or is it Takai?
Oh yeah.
I
That's
see.
happening.
Say it as the guy. Read
And
the caption as the guy.
Another Israel.
Oh my god.
What in the hell is this?
Don't you?
Who did this, dude?
This is John Dillon.
John! John! Jeez.
I think I've started something.
You have started
And I'm
something.
sorry.
I do apologize, Carl. But
I approve
damn,
this.
John.
There needs to be more. There needs to be more feet in Deathsworn.
Yes, I agree. I agree.
Oh,
Yeah,
Be like
John
the
Dillon,
Very bums
monster.
though. Yeah.
He's the feet master.
yeah,
don't
John
know.
Dillon draws feet that makes me all sorts of confused. I was like, I didn't think I had a thing for this, but what do you know?
Yeah.
Thanks, John.
I love
Making
the
me
hair
discover
on the
things
butt,
about myself
though.
I don't like.
It is so perfect, dude.
Oh yeah, it's gorgeous.
Yeah. And his
There's,
Ezra is spot on, actually. Uh-oh.
It is. It's good.
Turtle
This
Rabbit.
is Turtle Rabbit book from last week. He did a
There
bombshell
you
that
go.
didn't make it till last week.
Oh, this is his
And
last
then-
week entry. Oh, cool, dude.
And then here is his Deathsworn. That's awesome stuff.
I
Nice.
love croissants.
Yeah, I love this, man. That's so cool. It's such a cool style.
Yeah, no, he's
And
got
it's
a
a
really
good
good
gag.
style, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I see. She's stolen one of his horns.
Yeah.
Oh, she's chewing on the horn. Ah, I get it. Okay.
That's great. Here is Halloween.
Oh,
Is
hey,
a lady vampire.
Nice.
that's not bad. That's pretty good, dude.
Yeah.
I
Pretty
don't know.
good.
She can't close that jacket.
That's not happening.
She does not need to, Brad.
What? It might be cold in space.
There's no need
Very
for none of
cool.
that.
She'll have to deal.
Oh.
And here's this one.
Oh wow, that's nice.
Nice.
Wow, look at that, dude.
Yeah.
That is nice, dude.
That was
They're
good
great,
stuff.
man.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that is really good.
Okay.
Now, keep in mind, all you draw along people, if you haven't been on the fan edition, dude, just hit the Twitter, and we get you on the Discord. We get you on the show. We'd be happy to have you on here. Definitely take a shot at it.
Yeah. We've brought quite a few people around.
We have, yeah.
They always do awesome. And here's Bullets. Another
Bullet.
play is from.
Don't ya?
Don't ya?
Goodness gracious.
I believe I've already seen him draw this Ezra Miller, but now he has horns.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I do apologize, Carl. There's a bit of a sickness over here. It's called Ezra Miller-itis, and it is here to stay, I believe.
I fully support this.
He does.
I fully support Ezra
I
Miller-itis.
made it a thing. I'm so sorry.
I hope it grows. I hope I become infected. I hope I can infect more people with it.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Ezra Miller-itis. Next.
Ezra Miller shall reign supreme. There's Junkyard Done D&Q.
Hey, nice.
I think just got to lose here. Blue lines going on.
Yeah. Well, dude, there's a lot of people drawn along today. Very nice, dude.
Yeah,
I
dude,
always love
that's
seeing
awesome.
them.
Your milkshake brought all the boys to the yard.
Every
Yeah,
time
dude,
I'm
and you can
worried.
finish it off. You can finish it off because I'm still gonna have this competition going. So finish it.
That's a good point, guys.
Submit
Good
it,
point.
dude.
And Pixel, do me a favor and drop that link to where they can get to his contest, please. That would be helpful. All right, next one.
Oh no!
Weldon.
Oh. I feel like I should have paid Weldon for this. This is incredible.
That Matt did this
This had
one?
nothing to do with this one.
That's
so
Weldon,
sorry,
yeah.
but I couldn't skip this. There's a little booster kiwi sucking his nipple.
Oh, this is just wrong, dude.
Oh man.
Goodness gracious.
Oh,
Scott
Lord.
Schmier says in the chat, make Ezra go viral like herpes. Thanks, Scott.
You need to pay for that, you know that?
That
you
is-
need to pay him for that.
Yeah, that is epic, dude.
Here we go, though. Weldon's done a Deathsworn here.
Oh, hey, all right.
Dude, that's insane.
That is
Holy
cool,
shit.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's
Man,
and
Weldon
believe
is
he's
something
done-
off.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
good.
Weldon
He
is
is.
a
He's
really
ridiculous.
great artist. He's
Yeah.
beast mode.
He is.
So cool.
and that's just one. And was this another one? Hey, yep. Yeah, look at that.
Wow.
Dude.
That is too cool.
That is awesome, though.
shit.
I do like the trio. I'm glad he got them all in there like that. That is good.
Yeah,
picture,
yeah.
Mm.
Man, they're great. Holy shit.
That's just crazy cool.
Well, we
That's
got
so
a lot
cool.
today. I'm happy about it, though. You guys definitely keep voting, though. I'm going to get over there and check it out in a minute. Who we got here? We got Chino.
Hey,
Nice.
Chinko, was it? Yeah. That's a really awesome shot
That
of this
is
trio
nice.
here.
That is awesome.
Yeah, that's sweet, man. The planet and stuff. That would look sweet. Color it in, you do all the effects and stuff.
Yeah.
That would
Yeah.
look cool. It looks cool, huh? Yeah. I
That's
love
a good piece, man.
All right. A JCM.
JCM. Hey, that's not bad at all,
Got
dude.
it.
That's a pretty good close up.
Best shot of our protagonist here.
it. Yeah, that's
A
sweet.
menacing grin.
It's
Very
cool. Bit of
nice.
stippling going in there. I don't think I've ever seen stippling, like someone draw that's one with stippling. That's
Oh
cool.
yeah, you're right. That's exactly what they're doing. Yeah.
Oh no. Chino's done a bloody kiwi with a Deathsworn mask. I love this.
That is awesome, dude.
You have
I love the beak. I love the beak is the nose part of the helmet.
This is after your. This is like 30 years in the future, after after Ezra is like killed by a vampire and you become embittered, and so you're trying to avenge the death of your beloved.
There you go. There you go. That's a nice
I
piece,
will
though,
find it.
Chino.
And I believe that's all of it. Is that all of it?
All
That is
right,
all
well,
of it.
that is a lot, though, and
I'm
that is
finishing with
awesome.
this
We
one.
appreciate you guys doing that. Now, I'm going to give the very difficult task before I go over and look at the stroke poll and vote myself, of course. Carl, you're going to have to choose the best one from the draw along.
Oh, this is tough.
Booster, you might
Well-
want to rifle through them real quick.
Oh, you want me to go through them again? Oh,
Yeah,
bloody hell.
just while he's making his
Well,
decision.
I'm sort of clicking. Well, let me limit it. I'm gonna have to limit it just to make it easier.
Okay.
So what do
I'm
we got?
gonna
We got
limit
a
it.
huge list today.
We do.
Oh, is
We had
this
all-
is this just the people on here or the Oh, is
No,
this
no,
the draw
these are
along
the
or?
draw alongs,
It's all
just
the
the draw
draw
alongs,
alongs.
Oh, okay,
not
okay.
these dudes. We got a straw poll. I'm talking about the draw along only. We want
We
you to
don't.
choose the
We
best
don't
one.
want you we don't want you influencing the vote too much.
No, no, not at all. Just the
Okay,
draw
okay,
along, please.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I love Weldon, but I feel like that's almost like it's Weldon, so it's like you can't pick
It's
Weldon.
cheating.
Yeah, Weldon is
He's
cheating.
a pro.
Yeah, you
Mhm.
can't pick Weldon. He's a pro, so Weldon's out. Weldon is disqualified.
Oh
He's
no.
too pro.
Oh,
Well, I vote
He's
for
too
this one
good.
for no particular reason.
has nothing to
But-
do with
Just think we
subject
could
matter,
buy it
sir.
from him.
I'm gonna have to go with
This one.
what one?
This one.
Booster, help me out.
How about this one?
I'm gonna go with Walloweem's Tatiana.
Okay,
Oh yes.
well, there you go.
I love the
There we
face.
go.
The face
Yeah.
is awesome.
It is a good piece.
mhm.
She's thick, as the young people say.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, it's a really good piece. So there you go, Walloween. You are the winner of the draw along. That is an awesome piece you got there. Definitely appreciate it. You know what you need to do. It claps, everybody. Claps. Yes.
Claps. Claps.
Claps. Now, do keep in mind, Walloween, you should come on the show. All you have to do is go to down below on the video. You'll see my Twitter link. Just hit me up and tell me you want to be on the show, and I'll get you on the Discord and get you through the process. We'd love to have you on. We'd love to have all of you guys on. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to jump over and I'm going to go to the straw poll myself, and I'm going to do that. So here we go. Let me jump in. And let me see these. And he was very, very, very bored today, and he didn't make any funny names at all. Failure, sir.
Yeah.
Failure.
He
I'm
is
sorry.
with his Fire Emblem waifu, so yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Uh-huh,
That is true. So I have to make a decision. Who do I vote for today? Because they were really, really good. Ooh, man. Ooh, it's really tough. Okay, I'm clicking a button. I clicked it. I did it.
Oh, he did it.
I did it.
We got a lot of votes. We have more votes than viewers once again. I'm glad to see this is back on track.
Don't question destiny. It's back on track with 67 votes. I am going to call it 70 votes. Oh, it's jumping. Hold on a second. All right, at 70 votes,
Oh,
I'm
bloody
calling
hell.
it. I'm calling it. It's
Oh,
called.
jumped. I think it's at 70. Oh
It's
my
at 70.
God.
I'm calling it at 70. This is where I'm calling it. All right. So let's let me refresh real quick. Alrighty then, and I'm going to go through this, and wow, that's interesting how it turned out. Actually, it's really interesting. All right, let's start here. Down at the in the last runner-up place, we have Brad from Pencil for Life, and he got a single vote, and I think that's simply because he didn't finish. Because that is a good. I know it's going to be killer when he's done for sure. But definitely, a good
You all
looking piece.
regret the day you didn't vote for it.
Oh, there you go, guys. There you go. Anyway, claps for Brad. Claps. All right.
Golf clap.
You don't have to
Golf clap.
clap. It's fine.
No. In second to last runner-up with 2 votes, we have Benedict Yates. Awesome. Very nice. Claps.
Please
Okay.
clap.
Then we have in here with 7 votes, we got Paulus. And Paulus that was a great piece by Paulus. And once again, all you guys who didn't finish, please finish and drop it onto the Fanspeak on Facebook. And of course, I know you'll put it on Twitter, but definitely put it on the Facebook group for us. We want to see all these finished things. But Paulus, congratulations for your 7 votes, sir.
Thank you.
Very, very nice. And then the last runner-up with 8 votes, 11% of the vote, we have Dina. And that absolutely killer piece she's got, but really nice, Dina. Good job. Really nice. All right.
Congratulations.
All right.
Yeah.
Congratulations. All right, now we're here for what we came here for, and we're getting into the top 3 with the bronze medal. 12 votes, 27% of the vote. We have Howl Comics. Wow, it's very, very good. Killer piece, dude. Really nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Really nice.
Congratulations.
And then at the top, it was a little bit tight. But it ended up being separated 3 votes here. But with the silver medal, 19 votes, we have Zachary Bradley and his killer piece. Very nice, Zach. Very nice. That's a cover piece you did, dude. Very nice. Claps. All right.
Yeah, it's very good.
It is. Yeah.
You got
and then,
my vote, man.
There you go. You're supposed to vote for yourself, Dina. But then in first
I
place,
I have dignity.
is that what it
Yeah, you're
is?
still white box on Booster, by the way.
Am I?
Yeah.
Yep.
Let me fix it. Hold on a second.
Jeez, Chester.
I apologize. Anyway, in first place with the gold medal and going to the Pro Edition for the first time back in quite a while with 22 votes, 31% of that vote, we have Trusty Sidekick. Yeah, baby. All right.
I have
That's
no
not
idea
gonna
how.
happen.
It's a
We
good
need an
piece, dude.
electoral college for drawn and quartered.
Oh my god.
We need an electoral college for it.
Something like that.
gracious.
Yeah.
It is
Oh,
kind of
gosh.
stuck on him. Let me see if I can't move it around a
Yeah.
little bit and see if it.
I think. Do you have me on display or something? What's going on?
No,
here?
I don't. No, I don't. But it doesn't seem to want to change. But that's all right. I'll just put it on Karl. Well, first of all, I'll put it on Trusty so we can take a look at it, the winning piece. Now, do keep in mind, guys, everybody, when you're, you can go ahead and finish them, by the way. You don't have to wait. But when you're done with them, definitely go into the Discord, go into the after show, and put your finished pieces into the Dropbox there for the archive, please. And then, like I said, definitely drop them on Twitter, and we'd love to see them on the Fanspeak as well, Facebook page. But Trusty, you particularly, you need to hit me up on Twitter, and you need to drop this into my Twitter, please, so I can get it over to. My brain, his name just left my mind. What happened to me, Booster? Edwin. Yeah, I got to get it to Edwin.
that
So
guy. Yeah.
that guy. But definitely put that in my Twitter, please. Yes.
Chester, do you want it in the state of finish that it is now?
You can finish it. You can go ahead and
Finish
finish it. Yeah, finish it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. But definitely get it to me sooner than later because I got to get it to Edwin. He's got to get all his stuff set up for the show. Okay. But definitely when you go over to the Pro Edition, give him hell, dude. Don't hold back. Don't let that John Malin guy give you any crap. You just threaten him with me. Threaten him with me. Say, I'm going to stick Chester on you. It won't work, but you can try it. Right.
The
Um,
Aaron bloody eye killer. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
right hand is so good. I've been staring at that right hand for like the past 5 minutes. It's so good on Trusty.
It is beautiful, dude.
Yeah,
It's a good piece.
Right.
It's such a good hand.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, we have great stuff today. As usual, these guys killed it, and anybody could have won that. They were all really, really clean. But congratulations to you, Trusty. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over and I'm going to white box each person individually, and I'm going to give them an opportunity to tell them where they can be found and what they're doing. So let's start here with Zach. Zach, tell them where they can find you and what you got going on, sir.
So you can find me at Twitter at Zach_DB, and I also have my own project going, World of Golma on Indiegogo. You can go check that out. It is also a graphic novel. It's a bit painterly, action adventure-y. It's a bunch of fun, and yeah.
Yeah, all
Check it
right.
out.
Check it out. And I'm sure one of my moderators will take about putting that up here. Mortal V's not in here, but one of Jiminy's in here. So Jiminy will take care of dropping all your links. He's a pro moderator. Oh no, Mortal V is in here. Look at him! Look at him sneaking up on it like that. All right. And by the way, guys, if you want to see the World of Golem, and we did a full interview with Zach the other day on the Comics News Today show. Definitely go check it out. Moving down here, we got Trusty Sidekick. Where can they find you, dude? And what you got going on?
I'm at Trusty Sidekick 3 on Twitter, Trusty Sidekick Art on Instagram, and during the week on Mondays and Fridays, streaming with Good Dog Press, Manny Correa, and also on Tuesdays and Thursdays with E. Ortiz with the Digital Bullpen.
Well, there you go. Rock on. And those two guys I haven't spoken to in quite a while. But all right, guys, so definitely check that out. Moving on here, we got the Howl Comics, sir. Tell them all about you.
Hey, you can find me on Twitter at the Howl Comics or fixing my rusty trombone.
Oh my.
That's why you lost.
Yeah,
that kind of behavior.
That is why. That is why. Yeah. All right, moving on. Paulus, tell them where they can find you, dude.
You can find me at Paulus Mobus on Instagram and Twitter. I don't have an actual name for my YouTube channel, but if you search for Paulus Mobus, you can find me on there. And I also have my brother's
Go back to that
book.
drawing you had.
I was practicing the character last night.
Oh,
That is
nice.
nice.
I got
Yeah.
like
Look at
That's
that.
awesome,
Yeah,
man.
that is awesome.
my brother's book, The Planet of the Gods. It's on Amazon. It's on digital and paperback.
Sweet. You're a
And
good
it's
brother.
a
You're always
really long
promoting
book.
your brother. What a very,
I
very
have
nice.
to.
You have to, or a threat of death. I get it. Okay.
Exactly.
Sweet. Very sweet. All right, moving down here. Dina, tell them where they can find you.
You can find me on Twitter at EliLuca1, or you can find Booster or Chester. You can always find me.
It's true. Beautiful piece today, Dina. As
Thank
usual,
you.
it's very, very nice. I love the detail in the armor, actually. It's really nice. Anyway,
I
Yeah,
love armor.
yeah, armor's cool.
it's
Uh,
awesome, dude.
yeah, that detail, that little strap she's got on there, that's really sweet. But anyway, moving down here, Brad, where can they find you? And tell them what you got going on, brother.
Pencil for Life is my ID on all social media platforms, including YouTube. You can catch me Fridays and Tuesdays doing Artist Table on my channel with Willie Reed and Josh Spencer. This Friday we have Peter Samedi coming on from Alternative Comics. And then Tuesday show, Weldon's going to be on, and Tim Lim talking about Black Ops 2.
Black Ops 2. Well, there you go. That sounds like fun. All right, guys, and definitely check that out. That sounds like a couple of good shows. Then, of course, we have Benedict Yates in here. Tell them where they can find you.
Right now, the only thing that I'm consistently posting on is Benedict 8 or at Benedict 8 on Twitter. I am working on a project, but I have no idea when it's actually going to start. When I can actually call it a comic book. But I am going to be updating my Twitter feed with like art concepts and things that are going into that project.
Rock on. Awesome. All right, guys, and of course, Booster, tell them where they can find you as well. And I have to say, you're getting a lot of love, Booster. A lot of love, a
I know.
lot of draw along, a lot of memes. It's nice.
It's about time. I'm Booster Kiwi on the Twitter and on the YouTube. I don't have any content on YouTube, but you should subscribe anyway because it makes me feel good about myself.
It does. It does.
Yeah.
He drinks a little less alcohol when you guys join him. I know this for a fact. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, but then I drink more to celebrate. So
That's true. That's a problem. It's kind of a deadly circle. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, thank you all very, very much. We're going to come to our man of the hour, our guest here, and let him tell us all about where you guys can find him. And of course, we know what he's got going on. But go ahead there, Karl.
Hey, well, thanks for having me, man. This is super fun. This has been great, and those pieces are all awesome. But yeah, Karl O'Rowe everywhere. Karl with a K, and yeah, Instagram, Twitter, basically everywhere. It's just Karl O'Rowe.
There you go.
And check out Deathsworn.
Definitely
But we
check it
already know
out.
that.
And Immortal V, don't worry about that dude, but he's getting the other stuff up. And just keep in mind, it's the Karl with a K, and it's the non-epileptic one. So we're all good to go with that. But
I still don't understand that.
It's okay. Everybody else does. But nevertheless, guys, we appreciate you being here with us, of course. And we've had a lot of fun, as we always do on the show. And we really love the big groups that come in here and support us and see this amazing art that's being put down. It's just, it's amazing. We get this killer art put in front of us with amazing things. Now, I do know that next week there is something actually scheduled, but and I'm sure that's going to be a lot of fun too. But I'm waiting for the week after because we're doing serial mascots, baby, and I am unplugging this show for that because I want to see them. I want to see them go right to the wall, dude. That's going to be a lot of fun. But definitely check out the other stuff we got going on. Of course, keep in mind that tomorrow we are off. It is our day off. But on Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, of course, we have Fan Speak. Definitely come back for that, and we'll have ourselves a guest, I'm sure, and we'll have a lot of fun. And then, of course, on Sunday, we have TFT. And what are we talking about TFT this Sunday, Booster?
Reptiles, reptilian people,
reptilians.
Lizard
That's
people.
right. So definitely,
we gotta do it.
We do. Oh, there you go. Booster has decreed. Although I think Dinale probably has a second guess on that. But nevertheless, of course, TFT
Dinale
Tinfoil Talk
has no spine.
No, yeah, that's true. That is true. He is spineless. But definitely join us for that. That show is becoming more and more popular, and we love it too. We just get up and talk about conspiracy theories and have a good laugh. So thank you guys for all the things you're doing. Thank you for being part of it. We appreciate you, and trusty sidekick, give him hell, brother.
I'll do my best to make you guys proud.
Please do. Please do. All right, guys. Well,
Do it.
that's it for today. Later.
Bye. Love
Later.
you.
Donut Earth.